To the Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. We are back after a long break, and here we are, episode 11, ladies and gentlemen. So, as usual, we go through introductions really quick. So, and anything you want to add to introductions, starting with Ethan?
Hi there. My name is Ethan. I'll be taking on the role of Miles Katire, the premier of this group. Currently now holding over a new kindred, and thinking what the hell we're going to do next. That's it.
Pass on the torch. You're gonna
All
pass it.
right. Let's go. I'm going to go my clockwise order. So below me, Mar, Jim.
Hey everybody, I am Anine. I am playing Mumbles the gangrel, who is in a permanent state of bemusement. Cool, let's continue with Tatiana.
Elena, but in the game, my character is Tatiana. It's a very young wild gangrel who ran away from Crimea to Malta trying to find a new family. And so now, for now, she kind of succeeded. B.
Hello everyone, I'm B. I play Athena, who is currently having an emotional breakdown at the hands of our lovely storyteller, Luke.
And I'm Frank, and I'm the one who has to deal with all this. But hey, heavy lies the crown where the power lies, so we'll see how it goes. I'm also of Clan Malkavian, if that's not obvious.
And I will be your Dungeon Master, Game Master, Storyteller is the official title for this game, Dawn. And we shall continue the scene off from where we left. A phone call between Miles and Mumbles happened. Just to put you into the scene, that Mumbles and Tatiana are currently outside of the hospital where Athena's food supply is currently being treated due to a explosion attack made onto our cohort here. While Miles is dealing with the situation of a new embraced individual, Jeffrey, who happens to be Athena's butler. I shall just leave space for roleplay here. So, last we had was Miles and Mumbles on the call. I think they were concluding that call. So yeah, we'll take it from Mumbles' side of the situation.
Right, so, anything else I should know?
I got a tracker on our runaway. So whenever we're done with all the stuff we have to deal with, we'll go after them. All right. Meantime, I'll try to see where we can get our new one here. Okay.
Yeah, we'll be on our way.
Yeah. Fast. ASAP.
Alright, I'll step on it. So, end the call.
I hung up.
Right, so, remember how we thought Jeffrey was dead, Tatiana? And she kind of like steps her foot on the gas. He's one of us now.
How is that? Why? What happened? Wait.
Because your sire turned him.
Oh. So now I have a brother? Wonderful. Well, I guess we need to deal with this shit. I mean, with Jeffrey. Jeffrey's not a problem. My sire is a problem. Should we
He
go
might
back?
be. Oh yeah, we're on our way.
Okay. So let's see what we can do.
Like, we don't have enough problems to worry about already. He's playing with us, and I don't like it.
I don't like it either. He was playing with me as well, which is weird. He used to be an extremely different person, so I no longer feel a connection to him, so...
Well, Miles told me that he's placed a tracker on him, So whenever we get done dealing with whatever shitstorm we are currently going through, and if nothing else happens, we go after him, and we end this for good. Sooner rather than later.
So I'm just keep silence for now. I'm not gonna react to what you say because I have lots of stuff to think about in my mind.
Yeah, that's understandable. How are you feeling?
No good.
No. Is there something that I can do?
I don't feel it. I don't feel this way. I don't think anybody can do anything to help me.
Look,
I
this...
feel quite lonely in this situation, to be honest.
Yeah.
Did you ever had a mad sire who used to be a nice person before? Well, to some extent nice person, but still.
No. My sire, it's a strange relationship. We didn't stay together very long. But I owe him my life. And, you know, killing the dentist kind of avenged him. I regret that we didn't get to know each other better, but I've never really been in control in these regards of things, so I just take things as they go.
Oh, let's just wait and see till the moment we'll find him.
To be honest, you guys are the only kindred really that I've tied myself to for longer than just a month or two. As much as you part were of a pack, and I hate to use that cliche, I'm more of a lone wolf, and I wasn't really allowed to be anything else. It seems that now I can be, but then again, nah, I've already said too much.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, and I used to be a lone wolf for a while too, but I admire to have a new family actually, so I'm really glad that I found all of you.
Yeah.
Too. So that's
Like-
already too sweet for me, okay? And I feel for you too. So just let's shut up. We know what we want to talk about. Like, just let's not break that.
Yeah, let's go.
We're not toreadors, right? To do this kind of shit, right?
No, we're not. We don't talk about our feelings, do we? We just show them.
We cut scene over to Athena, Miles, and Frank back at the apartment as Jeffrey is losing his mind at this point. He is smashing stuff and nothing can seem to compose him. He is pissed off as hell. And for whatever reason, from time to time, he switches from English to this unknown language.
Would it be safe to say it is Russian or Slavic?
It sounds something like that.
Interesting.
With a smash of an appliance, from what you would gather, when you kind of peek into the kitchen, it was the microwave completely smashed onto the ground. He kind of points over, is like, don't you dare! How could you? I repeat again, you promised this wouldn't happen to me.
I didn't do anything, Jeffrey. I tried to protect you. I've been trying to protect you this whole time.
Ever since you've been hanging out with them, this has been all going south. Now,
so he's not fencing?
He is.
Because I thought
he is fencing.
That's not how. You need to up your game, bro. That's very
Leave him
angry and
alone, Frank.
friendly, but okay.
I mean, Jeffrey's a very
Not talking to Dawn, yeah.
from my previous notes that I remember. He's a very composed person, so he succeeded in his checks. So this is why
Alright.
this is why all he's doing is
We're all
just
playing in
smashing.
this way.
Yeah.
Because frenzy is like,
Oh yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware.
you know,
He knows, mate. Don't
won't
worry
get
about
out of the. Oh, alright.
I think we know, Luke.
it. This is
I'm
dumb. We're not about.
just being specific here, as I always am.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
What is Miles doing to the situation?
I was having the
Anything?
scene, I think.
I think Tatiana was in the scene. Not sorry, Tatiana. My bad. The names are escaping me already. Athena is It's been a long day. Athena is dealing with it right now, so I'm going to let her. So Miles is just letting her deal with it for now. And I'm basically going to be I'm looking. If Athena's looking at me, I always say I will mount. If you need help, let us know.
Jeffrey, the masquerade works the way it works. I had no choice in the matter, and you know that.
And now what am I to do? I'm this.
We're going to help you.
By what?
But you need to...
Feeding on blood bags. I said nothing in the past because I respected for what you were. How am I supposed to live like this? Look at that. And he starts muttering in gibberish to you. Once again, this time just smashing his fist into the wall.
Jeffrey, it takes a lot of getting used to. And I don't know if you recall, sir, but I had no say in it either.
I'm hungry. All I can think is hunger. What I want to do is just... No. I can't let this consume me. By all...
Jeffrey, she comes up to him and she sort of grabs him by the shoulders and gives him a shake to sort of get him to focus on her.
You see his glowing eyes just peer straight into yours at this point.
You need to feed. There is no other way.
You see a blood tear escape him. But I don't want to. I don't want to.
I know. I didn't either the first time. But if you don't, you're going to lose control of yourself, and you'll do it anyway, and just in a far worse way. Would you rather drink blood from a bag or go out and murder someone without even realizing it?
Give me a bag. Then give me a bag.
She turns around quickly, opens the fridge, grabs a bag and hands it to him.
He immediately just sinks his face into it. But exactly as he takes his first gulp, he kind of tosses it onto the side and just starts puking. That's
he's not a beggar. Yes.
What is that? No. I can't.
It's cold blood. Jeffrey, you will get... Jeffrey...
He's not trained for it. He's not trained for the gods. He needs to feed. He needs to feed on something, on someone, or he feeds on you, or one of us. That's an option.
I forgot how much hunger I have, but I think I was at 2.
Yeah, did we do a hunger check? Oh no, we didn't because we didn't.
No, we didn't need to because
It's not the next night yet.
There's not another night yet. He's basically Miles says the only way he can only feed from blood bag if he's trained for it. He's definitely not trained since he's a newborn. What he needs is feed from something, either one of us, or you find a human for him.
I will cut my hand, and I did my check.
Okay.
I will find a glass. Listen, Jeffrey. Your age matters little here. It will matter in experience, but not here. And I will present the cup to him. And this is the first time. Hopefully it will be the last time you'll drink from me. I am not nice, and you will learn it. And let him feed.
Keep it down.
There you go.
No. Why am I not sufficed? Why is this not enough?
Because you have some things we do not know about, and
He pushes
we have to
Athena onto
discover
the
them.
sign and just grabs you by the chest at this time, Frank. End this suffering. It's a bottomless pit. It's a hunger that I can't stop. And I don't feel myself. As you... His eyes grow
Clearly.
even yellower than before.
Yeah. All right, we have to do this, and I'm going to look at them. Hey, forget. And I'm going to force cloud memory on them.
That, don't swear, but okay.
So making a cloud memory roll,
Yep.
just to at least force them to calm down a little
I
bit.
have to oppose it, right?
Yep, since you're now a vampire, so give me a moment to look at the skill, because it's been a while since I've used the ability.
Charisma and dominate, or
It's
charisma for
dominate.
sure.
It's dominate for sure. I think it's manipulate. Oh, let me check because I don't have it in front of me right now. Vampire 5e.
And I have to roll.
Alrighty, here's so disciplines, general dominate. So we are going cloud memory. So cloud memory is my charisma dominate versus your wits and resolve. So that is going to be
Okay. So that's a very small pool of dice. Okay.
I'm rolling with 3 only, so it's with a hunger of 2.
One
This is
success.
gonna go 2 successes.
Yep. You manage.
So it's he's gonna forget like the last. I think it's like 5 minutes. Let me check.
So he didn't consume my blood, did he? He just threw it away.
No, he consumed it. He just wants more. It's not
Good.
enough.
Of course it is. I mean, yeah.
He's going to forget the current moment as well as the last few minutes, enough to mask a superficial feeling or a chance meaning. So for now, it's basically going to just clear away. It's just to clear away the hunger for a little bit until we get him some actual food. So
No, we can't. You can't use cloud memory to clear the hunger.
not to clear the hunger. It's mostly just to keep him from like eating you. Because he's gonna feed
Hey,
on you.
won't. Well, I will
So-
remind Don. I'm being a bit out of your league here, but he would be level 1 blood bond to me, so he'll feel a little
No,
bit
because
less.
he didn't directly drink from you. He needs to directly drink it from you. You put it in the cup.
Alright, then if we'll run it that way. But usually when
That's
you consume
the
the
way
blood
it's
of
in the
another
rules.
kindred, it's fair. Okay, we'll run it that way. Oh yeah, well,
He lets go
he
of
didn't-
Frank.
he at least he did consume my blood, so he's not that picky in that regard. He's not a beggar, thank goodness. Alright. So
What were you saying,
Well.
Don?
He lets go of Frank and he starts looking at his hands again. He's like,
are they close or are they?
no, they're just normal. Why do I not remember the last? I was standing over there. I
Look
was
Look at me. Look at me right now. Right now, you're going through hunger. You need to feed on something. You're hungry on blood. If you want to live for a bit longer, you want to do this. If you don't want to keep this suffering, there's only one option left. But I don't think Athena would like that. And do you want to upset Athena? No. So, Athena, let him feed. Either he's gonna let you. Either he has to feed on you, because at least he was yours originally, or he has to go feed somewhere else outside.
Am I just a
But
piece
you have
of
to do it now.
property?
Athena sort of like gives him her wrist and just sort of like very gently shoves it in his mouth. Right, Jeffrey, it's okay.
I don't want to.
Do you want to live? Do you want to see Athena? Do you want to continue helping her out? And bite.
I need you around, Jeffrey. I always have and I always will. At least now I don't have to worry about losing
I will
you.
present the cup, so I don't want to have blood bonded kindred.
He's Ethan.
Too late.
Too late. He's on.
I would have specified though.
Lazy. We'll see.
Obviously, I let you talk. It's mine.
You notice Athena is drinking a bit too much from you.
Of course. So yeah, that's a rouse check as well for
Yep.
Athena.
Rouse.
Yes, please. Succeeded, from the looks of it.
I'm not hungry.
Oh, that way.
There.
I've never felt so good.
There you go. See?
Oh,
And she's sort of
feels
like
so
not with,
wrong. It's so right.
and Athena with the arm that hasn't just been used as a food thing, is sort of rubbing his shoulder like, there you go, it's okay.
I'm so sorry. It's
No,
as he kind of
don't worry.
straightens himself out a bit, and
It's
I will. Excuse me. I will go change now. I'm not presentable, and he kind of just walks off. In the meantime, what do you guys do?
Alright, so the beast has calmed down, but he's gonna need to feed on something at some point.
What do we do?
Get the heck out of here, that's for sure. Just
Have
like
to get out of here.
Well, yes, we were on our way out of here, Miles, but how do we feed him?
well,
He needs to discover it himself.
You notice a pair of headlights, kind of.
We need to be discreet. I mean, the police will
Go
come back
over-
soon.
You know when you have like a dash of headlights, just kind of lighten up the room for a second.
mhm,
As the car
yeah.
pulls over, Mumbus and Tatiana have arrived.
Thankfully. Okay. Once he dresses up, get whatever you need, Athena, and we get out of here. We'll try to get to whatever safe location. In terms of what he has to feed, that's up to you on how you feed on others. You can train him if you want to be a specific way of how to feed.
We can't train him unless it depends on him. It could be a consensualist. It could be anything. It could be a
Yes, but-
roadside killer. We'll need to see. It's up. We don't know. That's what we don't know.
Well, yes,
Yes.
Frank, but we have to help the man.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't say no help. Just we don't know though.
Mumbus,
So
Tatiana, you.
plus there's the issue that he's illegally embraced. So not to mention partially blood bonded, but that's minor. Alright. So So yeah, we'll wait for the others.
As you were mid-conversation, Mumbus and Tatiana actually step over the broken door to the entrance to Athena's apartment. So,
Honey, I'm home.
Hi, darling, my butler's a vampire.
Yeah, I heard. How's he
Sounds like
taking
a
it?
cheap does not teeth, but
Well, why don't you ask my bloody microwave?
Badly. It's the reject-
I am sorry for laughing, but the situation really turned beyond ridiculous.
so
Yes.
he's a gangrel
did.
now?
He seems to be. He has yellow eyes.
Can I check him to, like, make sure?
Come on, I'll take you to his room. He's getting
He's
changed.
changing.
And
Yeah.
she sort of leads Tatiana down the hallway, goes over to Jeffrey's bedroom, and Jeffrey, are you decent? Tatiana would like to have a word with you.
yes, I'm just making my tie, he says, but he's saying it in Russian, so Tatiana understands Athena has no idea what the hell he's saying.
And she just sort of looks at Tatiana like, what the fuck was that?
How would you say it
check
in
and
Russian?
understand it. Я затягиваю свой галстук, подожди, пожалуйста.
That's not gibberish to a lot of people, let's be honest.
Come on. Wait.
Up.
That was me.
Why? Well, anyway, so I'm entering the room then.
Hold on, wait.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, you just heard Jeffrey speak out in Russian, replying to Atina. However, Tatiana's the one who understands. And Tatiana decides to enter the room?
Yeah, I do enter the room.
Okay.
So I do see just Jeffrey. And
He's in front of, yeah. He's
Obviously, I've
he's
come
in
in.
front of
like,
the door and he's like just finishing up, just straightening the tie on him.
so now, Jeffrey, you were one of us. Basically, I am your new kindred sister. Because the man who embraced you embraced me as well, but that was kind of very different situations. Never mind. How do you feel?
I mean, pretty good. I can't get used to. My claws always seem to want to extract. Is
So
that
I'm-
normal?
Wait for it.
Prop down.
It's quite annoying.
It is,
It's just.
but sometimes you can use it as a weapon. So
A
they
weapon, like
like this, and you see my nails appear to be like daggers now. So I'm using my ability.
good lord.
Okay,
It's a
Tatiana.
feral weapon. So
And she just
sometimes-
gently lowers her hands, like, okay, we get the point, thank you.
that could be pretty fun. So, there are some, these masquerade rules that maybe Afina told you about already.
Yes, I'm aware of said rules.
But most importantly, there are gangrel rules. It's just for us.
A gun slayer rule. What?
Gangrel. You are the gangrel, I am the gangrel.
I'm a
Gangrel, Jeffrey. Gangrel.
What's a gangrel? Why does it sound so?
It's you. Jeffrey, don't be a fuddy-duddy.
I'm being
You know I hate that.
serious.
This is other kindred who are closer to the nature and closer to the beast.
To the abyss.
They're
Inside.
beast.
Your hunger.
Yes, I felt hungry
Your-
earlier. I must admit.
Yes, ask my risk.
I'm very sorry.
Oh.
Okay.
So,
So this
just the 3 rules for you as a gangrel to understand. That's what I was told when I was a younger vampire before, and it's a tradition for elder gangrel taught the new gangrel cubs too. And then I switched to Russian actually,
okay.
so nobody understands. The first rule is accept your beast. Do not try to fight it or it will fight you back. The second rule is follow your pack, protect them, and they will protect you. You have the pack already. And the third rule is try to enjoy your new nature. Please the beast, and it will please you back. Now you're free from the human bonds and from their morality. That's it.
Do I get to choose if I want to be this gangrel? Can I heard there's different clans. Is this like like a golf club or a sorority of sorts? Can I choose to go into
I would say
a
it's
different
a
one? It
race.
doesn't-
Why is sorority of all things okay? It's like,
Jeffrey! It's not a golf club, for God's sake!
Sorry for the poor comparison, but I'm just trying to say, can I choose to go? It doesn't sound like me. Me and nature.
No, Jeffrey, no. Unfortunately, you don't. Trust me, if I could, I would have you as a toreador. You would. God knows, I need another one of you. I need another one of me around. No, you don't get to choose. You're a gangrel, and
You
So
are.
that's just.
It's like your new
Yes.
race. If you have been born
Race.
white, you will stay white. Yes.
Think of it as if you were a dog. If you were born a pit bull, you're not going to suddenly
Yeah.
become a Labrador.
do I need to take my business outside and
No!
use my...
No,
Jeffrey, for God's sake,
I'm
man.
new to this, Athena.
Have you
Okay,
ever seen me pee on a tree, Jeffrey?
And he cusses in Russian, like for fuck's sake kind of situation. You know, like...
oh, he say fuck, then fuck. Okay, I'm doing like English score. I mean,
I have one
they're
very
not that much
important.
Russian, so.
And
I have one very important question, Jeffrey. Since when do you know how to speak Russian?
I don't know how to speak Russian. He actually says in Russian, like as if he can't hear himself.
She turns to Tatiana. Translate, please.
He said
Like
he
she's
doesn't
losing her
speak
mind.
Russian.
In Russian, you said you don't speak
Yes,
Russian.
that is hilarious.
Could you
So,
kindly explain this phenomenon?
Yes, please do. Is this something that kindred happen to learn on the whim?
I don't know how to speak Russian, so I don't think so.
no, that it's not how it's happening, but it's very fun.
I've
how
heard
they learn
the
Russian.
other one, the one who's dressed up in a suit, speak Italian, if I can, or
Mumbles.
or Spanish, one of the two. I'm not fluent in languages, but
Mm.
I think it is a kindred thing that we can learn more than one language. It would seem.
Well, it's also a human thing, Jeffrey. But again,
I'm
I don't know how to speak Russian. Doesn't just happen because you're a kindred. But could it be because
Is
his sire
Is it
is...
normal to feel very agitated with these kind of... I'm not usually like this, but I feel very agitated all of a sudden with these... Like, I want straight answers all of a sudden. I want to, you know, get to the point. And I don't know why I'm getting more and more flustered as you kind of see nails slowly.
Okay. She grabs his wrists gently and goes, Jeffrey, deep breath, darling, deep breath. Calm yourself down. It's okay. Everything is going to be just fine.
Did the room always smell this enclosed? Jesus. Oof.
I should...
This is very good, man.
You know, in retrospect, I probably should have given you a room with a balcony. But then again, you had pulled out the window, so no. Tatiana, could this be that he's speaking Russian because your mutual sire, that is so weird to say, is Russian?
I don't have a fucking idea what's going on. I'm just fine. Everything is so hilarious but I mean, my sire didn't embrace any foreigner before when I knew him back
I'm
then.
just...
So
okay.
I didn't really encounter the situation where he, I don't know, was embracing some kind of Italian or Spanish, and then this person suddenly started talking Russian. No, this is quite a new phenomena. Very fun. I don't know what to do about this. Well, I can
Okay.
translate what he says, but
That would be very helpful, yes. At least until I apparently have to fucking pick up Russian now. Stop playing with your claws.
oh, he's
Mother!
kitten.
His skin!
I just pricked my finger with my teeth. Like... ugh.
Yes, Jeffrey, they're called
I
fangs,
like
darling.
new gun girls. They are like, you know, lion cubs. Sorry.
So this is the whole Lion King's, you know, Mufasa.
No!
You and
No.
you, I'm your Simba. Is this what
No, nobody's going to lift you up in front of the sun, Jeffrey. You are a gangrel, that is your race. You drink blood, that is an unfortunate thing that we all have to do. Nobody likes it, I assure you.
Can
Don't
teach
play with
you
your
how
clothes.
to speak with animals, how to summon them, how to make you, I don't know, bat familiar or dog familiar.
So what do I do? Do I whistle? How does this... I'm new to this. And he looks very frustrated. His eyes flash yellow for a split second. He's like, please be patient with me. I've been very patient with you over the years. Now please, I only ask for a bit of patience in return.
There, I understand.
Right.
It's okay.
I will gently knock on the door.
Ah,
Oh,
Mr. Frank.
Jeffrey. My man.
Pardon you?
It's a matter of expression. Sorry, you have to get used to these kindred nuances. How are you feeling?
It's only you who says that.
And I will wave my hand. And it's like, shall we go outside, get a bit of fresh air?
That sounds lovely, actually. Fresh air. Let's do that. I believe there was something about needing to leave the facility as soon as possible, from my understanding.
Indeed.
Right.
Indeed.
And I need to speak to Mumbles. So, Tatiana, Frank, Jeffrey, I'm going to leave you in their very capable hands. Tatiana, you're in charge.
Okay, I do want to ask Mr. Myers why he was carrying me over his shoulder. So that's very
Oh, we thought you were dead.
And Frank will look at Tatiana like, as that. Mr. Jeffrey, we did think you were dead. We even saw certain runes or carvings on your torso. We're not sure what they are. I do not speak Russian. I only know things like kamarad and...
I would like to stop you there. The cutting in my flesh...
Yes.
It's not just random. You're telling me this actually says something.
I think it says something. The only one who knows for sure would be your sister here.
I don't have a sister. What are you on about?
Did I read his carvings in his body? So do I know what it takes? What they are?
Did we get to that part where it was?
We know that there's carvings on his body.
You never translated them? Okay.
We don't speak Russian.
Right.
That's alright. Tatiana wasn't here at the time because she was.
That's that, process.
Very well. If you, I don't like to have a crowd. If you don't mind, I'll just have Tatiana
and I will back off politely.
Thank you. Tatiana, make nothing of this. I'm simply removing my shirt for you to read what's on it. As in, my chest.
Go ahead.
No hanky-panky. Right.
Frank smiles as like old school bro man. Gentleman to the core.
Okay. While this is happening, what are you guys doing? So.
Well, I'm going over to Mumbles.
Mumbles has been like gathering stuff in the house, like anything that could breach the masquerade. Like she's preparing Sebastian for transport.
I've been helping her out in terms of at least clearing the stuff away, but also in the meantime, I'm also going to try and make a quick sense. Where is the bloodstone? Like I can only sense the direction and like how far away it is. So I want to take a quick sense. Like, okay, where is our little new daddy? I guess.
So you planted a stone on Mikael?
Wait, no, wasn't it on Mikael? Wait,
no, you did it on Milena.
On Milena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, never mind.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's out the window.
So also
Never
forget
mind.
that I said that to Tatiana, because it's not true.
I'm so sorry. I forgot the story of that. Whoopsies.
Better remember now.
I guess I would join the others for the time being and see if Laura has any update on location. If we could go to the... When was it last time? Gargour? That would be great because we have 2 gangers now. We have fresh air there. So... But we had a werewolf as well, so that's not good.
She replies that she has one location for you, and it's a new location that you've never seen the address before of, in the Santa Maria Estates of Melija.
Fancy.
We'll go there then. Cool.
Alright.
Yeah, sure.
Mumbles, really quickly, how are Henri and Sapphire doing?
They're being treated.
Well, yes, you took them to the hospital, I would hope so.
Yes.
So that's you don't have any updates so far.
No, I gave them your contact details as you are their emergency contact. So,
Okay, perfect.
if anyone would know something at some point, it would be you.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Frank. Do we have any updates on Laura?
We do. It's
And?
gonna be a long road, but we sure need a bit of chill.
Where are we going?
We'll get there in time. It's up north in Meliha. And for the love of God, people, let's not compromise this haven unless a werewolf comes a knocking. We're not exactly in the mood for choosing at this time. So, what else do we need? Let's make a quick checklist.
I suppose we have to bring Alistair with us.
So we need several
Mumbles
cars.
kind of gives him a kick. Present.
Mela, you have the car. I had the car, which is compromised. It's downstairs, right? My car with the broken window.
Yes, but Athena gave you a car last time.
Yes. Exactly. That's all right.
Oh, I need to go pick some clothes. I can't just leave and not take my clothes.
Tatiana
Like some
and
fruit.
Jeffrey exit
Yeah.
the bedroom, and you see Jeffrey kind of rearrange his tie. Why he's pale? You seem like there's an expression of like, what the fuck is on his face?
Well, it says the carvings.
Yeah, go ahead, tell them. I can't-
My clan, our clan, is on his chest.
My clan.
Gangrels.
This is going to heal, right? At some point, this is just going to. It's not going to scar. It's going to go away, right?
Mumbles, you have more experience with scars than I do.
Mumbles is just gonna walk towards Jeffrey, and she says, Jeffrey, the thing is, you did die, but Mikhail, your and Tatiana's sire, made you into a vampire. We are, for all intents and purposes, walking, talking corpses. I think you see where this is going.
And here I thought I was going to enjoy my retire pension. Right.
Think of it as a battle scar, to make it feel better, maybe.
What exactly does it say? Does it just say my clan?
It says, I'm just showing, pointing at these carvings and word by word, like, my clan is on his chest. You see? He can read it by himself if you know Russian, actually. Just
I don't
stand near the
know
mirror.
Russian. I keep telling you.
Come on.
Well,
Just
you
look
do.
at the mirror. Look at the mirror and try to read.
But it will be
I'm not
backwards.
taking my clothes off again. I just put on the suit.
He's dressed. He's dressed. You've left the room. That's how we're all
Which
talking
is-
now.
Seems to be a bit uncomfortable now. For some reason, I was very comfy in these clothes. What's going on?
You might need to get used to a t-shirt.
Or athletic wear.
T-shirt.
Jeffrey,
I know. It hurts me as much as it hurts you to say it, darling.
there are
We can get you one of those t-shirts with the
Jeffrey.
tuxedo printed on it.
well, things they take time to get used to. Not every.
Have you ever heard that you don't teach old dogs new tricks?
But that's the problem, Jeffrey. You're not
Now you're
old
the
anymore.
Well, in fact, you're quite young, darling.
You're
That was a good one.
you're old as a man, but you're young as a kindred. Does it make
Alright,
sense?
Okay, alright.
Can we just go now?
Let's
please?
get out of here.
Yes.
You can see Athena's just trying to put a positive
Jeffrey-
spin on everything to
Jeffrey,
try and keep him
Let
calm.
me chat with you. Most of these people are going a bit nuts. Jesus Christ, Mr. Beer has to explain to someone. Alright, let's go. I'll have a word with Jeffrey and we'll try to do this calmly. Okay? Sound good? Sounds good. Alright, let's go.
Perfect.
Well-
Jeffrey, dear, would you get my never mind, sorry. Force of habit.
Willpower check.
Can we get some takeout on the way or something? I'm famished.
That means you need to feed.
They don't serve corpses through a drive-through like McDonald's, dear.
Because I wanted to do this for a long time. Can we hit two birds on one stone and find a couple of unsavory individuals and, let out some steam, bro?
I'm
Right now?
sorry, what? Do you really think now is the time?
Well,
He
not
wants to.
now, but we need to teach them how to feed anyway, so...
What exactly
That
do you
is-
mean by unsavory individuals?
People who deserve it, right?
Yeah.
The longer we stay here, the
As
more a risk we become. We can sort all of this stuff
In-
later.
in
I
the
want
car.
to go.
Yes, in
I'm
the
sure we
car.
can find some. I'm sure we can find some hooligans on the beach in Meleha.
It doesn't have to.
What?
Wait, so
are you
we're
even
in the
talking
cars.
Okay. Alright, okay. Jeffrey,
about? Right.
So,
Mr. Max.
as you're new, we'll have to teach you some ways to at least stay a little bit alive with us. Okay? You're
Yes.
feeling hungry
Uh-huh.
because us vampires, kindred, however you want to put it, the only way that we can sustain hunger is through blood. Through feeding through either humans or maybe animals. At most those two. Yes, it looked disgusting for now, but do you remember the first feeling you had blood when you drank from Athena? It felt wondrous, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's because the blood, unfortunately, is the most vigorous thing, is the most delicious thing. It's like eating cake, but you don't have to worry about health and safety. You can have as much blood as you want, but with a limit. Because the more you feed, the chances are you'll kill someone. We're gonna try and at least find some time to teach you those ways, right? So you can at least stay alive. Okay? Do you want to live? Do you want to stay alive and continue helping Athena?
That is currently a lot of. This is, I think, the 5th time someone's asked me tonight in a span of an hour if I want to. I don't know if I want to. Well, then again, I've been called a walking corpse. So, can I actually die again? Like,
Yes, you
Can.
can. You can.
I mean, okay, yes, by sunlight. I figured as much. I'm not stupid.
Sunlight, fire, and other methods can do so,
Decapitation.
but we don't have to go through all the lists of killing anyway. Look,
One thing at a time. Let's go to Meliha and
Thank
we'll
you.
get to Maleha. Look, we're gonna try and at least show you the ways of how to stay alive and such, and safe.
And then you can make a decision when the situation is less emotionally charged.
Yes, because for now we are happy to keep you, well, to teach you at least to keep you to stay alive, right? Because otherwise, other people not see it. that way. Let's not get into politics. Let's get out of here and at least find.
So,
Once again, grab Sebastian and
So as much as much as the thought of wanting to ask this question, for some reason, turns my stomach and makes me angry. For whatever reason that is, I'm gonna ask it anyways. What if I choose not to feed?
You will go into what we call a starvation, which will then lead into a frenzy. And we do not want it, nor do we need it.
You will be put in a position where you want to eat every single person around and just continuously murder until you safely.
Okay, so I'm in a lose-lose situation. Thank you very much. Okay, who am I riding with?
right. The other possibility, Jeffrey, is torpor. It is an eternal sleep. But that would require a prison.
A prison.
Yes. Because if we are truly starved of blood, we cannot move. We cannot use our abilities. It is either a violent, how do you call it? It is an addiction for all intents and purposes. It is a, how do you call it? A relapse. If you deny yourself for the blood for too long, you will either relapse or you will collapse, to put it simply.
Your first night. We will teach you the ways to at least stay alive. From there, it's up to you. All right?
All right. I was right. I was right. I was right. You all sound like a bunch of crackheads, and now you made me one of you.
Let me put it this way. Do you think we all experienced this once, like you? So not worry. We all know your position.
Of course, we
So-
all chased the dragon the first time. Yes, of course, yes. Right. Shall we?
Suddenly,
But we'll
Athena
need
comes.
at least 2 cars because we're 6 now, and yeah, and there's 6 plus you know who.
Well,
Well, he goes in a truck.
True.
Sebastian
true.
goes in a truck.
He's been 2 nights in a row with the stakes.
Yeah. That's fine. He can stay like that for eternity.
suddenly, Athena just throws her bedroom door open and comes out, and she's in a completely different outfit, and she's got a giant suitcase, and she goes, "I'm ready."
Cool. Let's go.
That's quite a lot of floats. All right, let's get going. Do we only have one? We only have one car. I think we don't have any other car.
Well,
Mine
Oh,
is
no,
has
we've
it's
got.
only one schedule, one window screen, so it's
We're at Athena's place. She has a bunch of cars. Right? Yeah.
Frank has one of my brand new cars. Don't scratch it, but it's yours. There's his car with the broken window. I've got another one, and then I've got my bike, and so does Mumbles.
no, Mumbles has no bike. It got destroyed way back.
She got a new one from Norman.
She got a new one, alright.
She has a bike. You can't have Mumbles without a bike.
I forgot about that last detail, alright.
I didn't.
Hello,
I forgot.
I-
I didn't know her bike got destroyed. So there you go.
Got
We're
taken.
even.
Can
Alright.
you talk to me? It doesn't work on cockroaches. It's talking to animals, right?
Oh wait, no,
Hey,
I'm a vampire.
cockroach?
Never mind.
Wait, did you
What?
say cockroach?
Yes, cockroach. You know that. Oh, off he goes. Bye.
Wait.
Jeffrey, darling, we'll get you a
can-
better pet.
I'm trying these powers you keep talking about. All the time.
It's all right.
Yes,
It's okay.
let's
We'll
try
get you a
them
puppy. Do you want a puppy?
somewhere
We'll get you a
else.
puppy.
Let's try them somewhere else. I want to
Yes.
leave, please. Already 10 minutes ago, I wanted to leave, so let's leave.
We will leave.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, we have 2 cars at least and bikes, so we're cool.
Yeah. So Frank, since you know the location, you'll be driving first, and I'm guessing Mumbles will be swerving between cars, or maybe one behind, whichever you feel
We'll
comfortable.
be racing, as
Yeah.
always.
No. Mumbles is not in the mood.
So all the way from Slima into the the hillsides of the Santa Maria Estates, you arrive at a beautiful location. It is a standalone mansion. You have a pool which is visible, and you park outside the what seems to be the drive-through gate. You don't enter through it because it is closed. You all exit your vehicles. Mumbles, obviously, you just hop off your bike, and
And it-
you're at this location.
So Mumbles will open a gate if it's not like electronically locked or.
I will open the gates like our domain, man.
The gate is electronically locked. Frank,
So I would know where to open it, right? How to
this
open
is
it?
No, this is a new location to you. You've never been here, and you never knew about this location. It's brand new
What's
to
the
you.
What's the code, Frank?
I'll ask who? I'll ask Laura.
As the message sends off, it takes about 2 minutes, and immediately you hear zzz, a buzz, and the thing clicks open and starts sliding.
Athena's got a big smile on her face as she's walking in. Like, I like this place. Do we get to stay here?
Well, if we behave, we should, unless werewolves come knocking.
Right, perfect. Nobody ruin this for me. Do you know how hard it is to get a mansion over here?
Right.
Mumbles will get back on her bike and I guess go back in the driveway because it's like a driveway through the gate, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh
We'll
yeah,
get
she has
the
to bring
car.
her bike in.
It's like a 3-car driveway where you could park. Right. So we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go for a walk, Jeffrey. It's the place to go for a walk in. Let's see what your powers really are.
You're a gangrel as well, right?
No. I'm
He's a no
unfortunately, well, sometimes I wish I were, you know.
No, you
But
don't.
But I can teach you how to turn into a wolf if you want.
let's start
Ghastly. Ooh.
Tatiana.
Or
You learn the ABC first, then you learn how to do words, then you learn how to do sentences.
Basic.
Yes.
me. I know how to do things.
I know you do, but he's new.
And
Well, Frank, not to be rude, but if anyone is going to teach Jeffrey how to be a gangrel, it's going to be, you know, the gangrel. And Tatiana is
There's
his sister now.
things that we need to know that are kindred first. Alright, Jeffrey?
Before we start teaching, let's first get resolved with Laura. Alright, and then we can teach Jeffrey after.
I was about to
Yeah,
say,
a lot of
shouldn't we
shit
go
to do.
inside and
Yes.
settle things first?
Priorities.
There's
So
someone
You were
clearly waiting
settling
for us.
things first inside. That's all.
You hear a loud whistle, and basically there is a man with hands across, standing on top of the driveway, kind of on the patio porch, as he kind of goes like,
Laura will go to where he's pointing.
Who is the guy?
he's one of Laura's goons,
Uh-huh.
and he kind of walks off the edge as he kind of nudged, get you guys inside.
Yeah.
I must say, Laura always has the most attractive goons. Do you think I can ask where she gets them, or would that be weird?
Do you really want
You
me to
can
answer that
certainly
question?
try. Well,
Everyone's a critic.
I'm just asking if you want me to answer that question, really.
Well, I wouldn't have asked if I didn't want an answer. Mumbles.
I prefer.
The answer is yes. It would be weird and kind of creepy.
but
That's all I needed. Thank you, Mumbles, for your constant honesty. I know I can always count on you. Now off we go.
Athena, I'll take you to the library. You'll like it there. Yeah.
Ooh.
You need something. Yes, you need something mutually beneficial. So, yeah, we'll go inside then, and we'll see if there's Laura or any other individual.
So as you walk in, to what you see is pretty much a glass front face of this side of the building. The lights are dim, lit on, and you see Laura's goon kind of just standing there, and he kind of just slides open one of the glass doors and gestures with his head to get in. From the glass door you already see that there is a couple of individuals sitting down on the couch, kind of just entertaining themselves in a small talk. They're just talking about their day and, you know, like how lucky they are to be employed. Apparently Laura must have picked them up from what you kind of gather from this talk, from Jobs Plus. They seem a bit scruffy, like, as individuals, but they did their best to make sure their upkeep looks decent enough. For tonight, there is about 4 individuals sitting there. They're having water, sparkling water, specifically for some reason. From the looks of it, immediately you notice they are mortal. As Frank, as you get close, the guy just puts an arm straight on, his hand straight onto your chest, and he leans in and goes like, "If anyone needs a snack, that's from Laura." And he kind of puts his hand off, and he winks at you.
So just
I nod.
before we go inside, Mumbles would like just for a moment just kind of hold on to Tatiana's shoulder, and she said, "Would you mind with me to have a look and see if we weren't followed?"
Just nodding silently.
Yeah, and Mumbles will kind of see if she can like find like a surface to climb on, like a tree or
Oh yeah, there's
just
plenty
to,
of those around, actually.
yeah, she'll climb one, like activate her eyes of the beast and just see like if they were followed at all.
I would
Like, have a
find
look
maybe
around.
something else too if she'll like try to look from the one position. I will try to look from the other position to cover as much area as possible. Then
She'll let Miles know that they're doing that. She just kind of like, we're just gonna make a check to
Yeah,
see
go,
if we
go,
weren't
go.
followed.
That's best you do so. We need to stay on our toes now.
So, is there any role that you would like to do?
Sounds like
Yeah,
probably like
yeah.
but I don't
I
know
mean,
what
perception is not a
perception
thing.
oh,
in
sorry,
Vampire.
perception. Awareness, probably wits or resolve. I think wits for this
Yeah,
case for what you guys want to do.
or like resolve, because like Mumbles is really like paranoid, wanting to find something.
Mm-hmm.
So
If that's
awareness.
okay with the GM.
Yeah, go ahead. Difficulty check would be that of 4.
Oh,
I will rouse for an extra die then.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I get a little bit hungrier. That's okay.
Yeah, perhaps even the talk of feeding the new guy, how to feed the new guy, when to feed the new
Yeah,
guy. It's
she's thinking about her own first change. Yeah.
It's like, when was the last time you actually had a proper snack? Alright.
didn't make it either.
Ooh, Jesus.
Hey, 6 successes.
So, Milena, unfortunately, that failed. However, Mambas, on the other hand, you notice that no, you were not followed. But, to your surprise, this place is heavily guarded. For
Once
every
she's
for
yeah.
every like 15 feet or 20 feet, there is a goon at the ready.
One sec, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, take it out.
She's done with her check. She'll put her sunglasses back on. Swing down from the tree like a monkey. And find Tatiana.
I was in some kind of cliff, if there is something like this nearby.
Yeah.
So nothing of interest that I can see, but even with our eyes, it's too dark to see something.
Well, we weren't
Unfortunately,
followed.
yes, this part of the area is actually very poorly lit. So yeah, that would make sense.
It's usually the case with outskirts.
So she'll say to Tatiana, well, we weren't followed, but there is a lot of guards here. So if Laura decides that she's tired of us, we might have to fight our way out. But if she is wanting to help us, this is quite a stronghold.
It's kind of bad and good to hear that at the same time.
You gotta be prepared for everything.
I wonder why she's so paranoid. Maybe there is a reason for it. Maybe she knows something we don't know. Maybe someone is hunting her. Too many questions.
It's never not never. It's always good to expect the unexpected. Paranoia really is an occupational hazard.
You don't have to say this.
She kind of just shrugs and said, well,
Let's go back.
yeah.
Maybe we can share this little piece of info with others, just in case.
Yeah, I'll let them know. I don't like how Frank's trying to mother over Jeffrey.
That's right. It just doesn't make sense. I was thinking Athena has their first right to do this because they kind of were very close to each other and stuff.
I don't think she'll let it slide though. But I'm just gonna keep an eye out.
So we are heading back.
Cutting scene as you head back. You guys, Athena, Miles, Frank, and Jeffrey, obviously, are seeing the scene. You, the guy who basically asked you indirectly to head in, kind of takes Miles by the underarm and just turns him around just slightly towards the dining table, and you realize that there is a bunch of high-tech equipment. And he looks at you going like, in case you need it.
Thank you. But, alright. We'll get to work on that. I
Sure.
know. I've tried to remember what we had to do with tech again.
Tracking mostly.
Yeah, I tried to check what are we hacking again, because I forgot.
Tracking, not hacking.
Tracking. Ooh, what
Got
tracking?
plenty of
One thing
stuff
at a
to
time.
do.
One thing at a
One
time.
at a time, yeah. We'll see.
So
Let's go out of crisis mode first.
Yeah.
yes,
So, but I'm making note of that, but I'm going to continue just to at least say hi to Laura if she's around.
Laura will
Laura?
not be joining this evening.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Alright, thank you for confirming that. Well done. And where else?
I will take a good look at this mansion, see what's in or out.
Okay.
Like how is like a reconnaissance of sorts. And I will go to the goon and tell him we have the package that Laura would be interested. Maybe we can be instructed where to deliver it.
Laura will see you tomorrow. In the meantime, she asked you to stretch your legs.
Alright. And knowing Laura, I would motion to Athena and say, I want to show you something. Something the others will not understand. And I will kind of...
Alright.
I'll keep an eye out on Jeffrey. Alright?
Thank you, Miles.
No worries.
Oh yes, like
Jeff-
I'm a pup or something. I'm not a child, you know.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, there, it's alright.
Jeffrey, if you want to...
maybe Jeffrey could join us. Who knows? Yes, might as well.
Mumbles
You
is
are-
gonna
Let me-
you
let me
walk
sit-
in
let
on
me
this
s-
moment.
Let me sit
Yeah.
down with Jeffrey for a moment. Alright?
I think
But we're-
Mumbles will have brought Sebastian with her. Or Alistair.
Ooh.
Like, because she doesn't
Alistair.
want to just leave him in the car where he's unattended, you know?
Right.
Fair enough.
You still have
And
that. He's the last that I've played.
No, not the landslide anymore. No.
Lost it somewhere.
She
So
probably like
Because
covered
it's
him up like in a sheet or something.
Yeah.
alright, so I will motion to the what's the name of the guy? Let's
don't-
call him Alex. For some reason, Alex, or some human name, so we won't call him the Goon.
Mumbles walks
Hugo.
in and addresses the Goon.
Hugo.
Hugo!
So I'll instruct
Or
Hugo
Boris.
You do not use Hugo. It's bad memories.
and I'll be like, this is the set package that I was referring to.
And what are you showing him?
Do we have him in the... Yeah, he's in a...
It's
He's
he's
in a-
on Mumbles' shoulder. She just
Oh.
kind of like
But he's not like in a...
He's
in a
not.
sheet or something.
no,
It's
he
just...
is. Yeah.
Alright,
She wrapped him up.
okay.
We have
Laura will understand.
we have a cellar. We could put him there.
Show me
Whoops.
the way. What's your name?
My name?
Yes.
Just call me Red. We don't go by names here.
Oh, how very mysterious. Well, Red, show me the way.
No. Hand him over.
No, just a moment. Red. This package is of very close personal significance to me. I need to know where he is exactly at all times. You understand, don't you?
You know, I can just find the seller on my own. It was. She kind of just gives him like a. I mean, you can't really see her eyebrows behind the big sunglasses, but she just kind of gives him like a what?
Raise eyebrow.
And Athena gives him this big shit-eating grin of, try and stop her, I dare you. Like, try and stop Mumbles.
Guys,
He's doing this for
for
security.
the love of good, whatever, don't jeopardize everyone's position here.
I'm not jeopardizing anything.
Yes, you may be. So,
Oh, damn
Red,
it, Frank!
it's my domain here. Red, dear, where can we deliver
I wonder
this?
how Laura feels about that
Act-
statement.
Frank, I just
I
have to
would
clear
love to
this
know
with Laura, if you don't mind.
Alright then.
Thank
We will
you.
await your answer then.
Just give me a minute or two. He pulls out his phone and he walks out as he waiting for the dial.
Immediately, Athena turns on Frank and has her finger in his face. Run!
That's your pretty face, dear. This is where you are the guest, and I will not have you antagonize things you do not understand.
Frank, for God's sake, shut up!
Shut up, you shut up!
Is
I
this-
told you once, I told you twice.
Excuse me.
Shh. Yes.
Is this the Sebastian person you
Yes.
have on your shoulder?
Yes.
Right. Yes, it is. Yes.
Frank,
See what you've arranged now? See what you have accomplished? See fuck all you've accomplished!
Right.
Frank, he is my sire. Jeffrey
He's
is
subject.
my friend. I need
Yes,
to know where
nobody's
Sebastian is
missing
at
Jeffrey.
all times, and you need to know your place.
I know
As
exactly where
everyone
my
does.
place is, excuse me.
You need to back off. You need to stop acting.
This is
like you
not
run the
our
show.
domain here.
It's not
This
yours.
is Laura's domain.
Yes.
If you want to maybe
Not
adapt that tone with her, I double dare you. But you won't. You'll be sweet talking, Laura. So for the love of God, man, give us all a break. Let's do what she suggested. Let's stretch our legs.
If you're quite done, the both of you, a pretty looking woman thing,
Athena,
Yes.
that's her name.
right?
Thank you. I have.
Let's call you Nina for the time being, and
No, you will not. It's Athena. Thank you very much.
there are ears. Let's call it Nina, and sunglasses.
Okay.
You two with me.
Thank you. Come on, Mumbles.
There's like a long, elongated sigh from Mumbles before she follows. She just kind of gives like Tatiana a look over her sunglasses and rolls her eyes.
As you both follow him, he heads down to like 2 layers down. So basically, you went through 2 flights of steps, and he opens up, and you can see it's a cellar, but on the very back, there's actually what looks like a cage.
Oh.
And in the dim lighting, it's a bit too shiny for what is usually a typical cage. He kind of stands by the door, hands across, it's like, just put him in there, make sure it clicks right behind you as you leave.
Cool. Thank you for showing us the way.
Yes, thank
We
you.
are both just trying to do right by what we think should be.
That's fine. I don't need to know, and I don't think what you're telling me is on need to know basis only, so just hurry up.
Just making sure there's no bad blood. Mumbles will take him over to the cage unceremoniously, let
Plop
him
him
off
down
her shoulder,
like a dead
and make
fish.
sure the cage is clicked behind him securely. She'll give it a little shake as well, just to be sure.
Thank you, Mumbles.
Right. Nina, sunglasses. Come on.
Nina.
I think it suits you. Better than Jasmine or Maria.
Oh, no, if anyone calls me Maria, that will be their last day on this earth.
See? Nina's fine. Let's go.
I suppose, relatively.
And she'll nod to Red.
Closes behind you.
Uh,
Kind of follows you up the stairs. He's behind
while
you.
they're gone, if that's okay, quick scene.
Yeah, sure.
Or no? I'm gonna look at Frank. Friend, let's go outside for a moment, shall we? Stretch our legs.
No.
No, come on.
That's what Jeffrey does. I stretch my legs somewhere else.
Right.
And I will lead you to the library just in case.
Alright.
He'll lead you to this library. He'll look at you in a very uneasy way.
He's gonna look at you like
put a record on. It's probably something jazzy or classical, and he'll sit on the sofa and stretch his legs and take a deep sigh.
Miles is probably like looking around like the library, just looking at the kind of the volumes of books.
Just knowing Laura, there will be some art as well.
He doesn't. He's just scrolling. Doesn't really care. He's more seems to try and like hover around you mostly.
Every single time.
You put yourself in a pickle, mate. That's for sure.
How so? You let your guests insult you in your own house?
Well, is this your house? Secondly, Laura's.
In your father's house, or in your mother's house, or in your cousin's house?
Very well, we can go with that. To be fair, though, there was a lot of stuff that happened to all of us.
Yes, but I don't be aggressive when I don't need to, do I?
Look. We're all going through some of our own shit. I mean, Athena just had her house basically compromised. Her own
yes,
butler.
And I'm giving her away.
Hold up.
Yeah, I know about the butler.
Frank. Can I speak for a moment? Just a moment. And then you can speak as much as you want. Sound good? Sound good. Good.
Frank,
just butler into a gang
not
group?
like negatively, but okay.
Frank, this is not Frank, sorry. My bad. Her butler just turned into a gang girl who now speaks Russian. That's something curious I have to look into. What else? Her two most trusted loved ones, or trusted her, just got damaged pretty hard. And also now she has her sire back, who almost tried to murder her. Maybe. Or tried to take her back.
Her sire is in torpor.
Sire's in torpor now, but still, there's trauma to that. Alright? Look, I get.
You had your Maria killed. You didn't put a fizz of it like she did, but well.
I know. And what do you think I'm going through right now? What do you think? Do you think I'm operating 100%? I'm crying right here inside of me. I'm dying to freaking go and kill those bastards who did it. But I'm keeping myself composed because I've been here doing it long enough. I've seen the shit that we go through. I've been on the force long enough to know what happens when things happen. Right? When things go south. I think you yourself know this. But
and Frank just sighs.
I get your point from someone who's been doing this as long as probably I have. There are certain protocols you follow and certain rules you follow. I fully understand and I agree on that point. But there's also a point where trauma and troubles get in the way, and some people deal with it well, like myself, and there are some people who can't deal with it well, like, say, Athena, or even Tatiana to a certain extent. Right? Some of us just know how to handle the... Look at Jeffrey. Jeffrey has now been born again, and he's doing the same tantrum that we would probably did the first time. So yeah.
He's handling it way better than I did, but bless him.
I think most of us probably, for our first times, yeah, we all handle ours differently, but still. My point is, I get you. I understand that you want to follow protocol, and I fully understand. There are certain methods you want to follow and all that, because that's how everything is done, and I fully agree on that point. But spewing fire, I guess putting more wood to the fire, will also never help. At least with, Now,
Well,
now that's my piece. Apologies. If you want to speak, go ahead. I'll listen. Sorry for that. Just
it's alright. It's alright. So, where do you want to proceed from here? There are several options. We have Mr. Sherry in Floriana, which by extension leaves Mr. Carlos of Rabat, and then we have the missing case with
too many.
Joe Shriha, the policeman. We need to know who's tipping them.
Man, there's so many open cases right now. We'll have to.
There are.
All right. We'll have to discuss it as a group in this case, since I think there's probably more to do. We'll have to see, because right now there's so many things that happen, as you know. Especially
now this Jeffrey. I'm not sure what will happen. Yes. Because the laws say you cannot embrace without permission, and usually the neonate and the perpetrator are executed. But
Cameron law. That's Cameron law.
Yeah, exactly. Not sure what.
Anarch
But
law
that's-
doesn't give a shit. As long as it's yours. That doesn't give a crap.
We'll see. I'm not in favor of him being executed, but I'm not the one passing the sentence.
All I will say is we leave Jeffrey, at least in Athena's hands, since Jeffrey was Athena's. I'm not sure if he was a ghoul or not. I have to ask her on that. We leave it. If she needs any assistance, she will ask us, but Jeffrey will be under her tutelage, and also Tatiana, since he is a gangrel, and Tatiana has the same
Really?
class.
You think Tatiana's gonna make a good show out of it? I mean,
At
have you
least
seen how
she
she
will-
behaves?
At least she will show him the gang
That's true. That's
Tatiana
true.
can show the kindred methods of how we deal with matters. Tatiana can show how gangrels
Hmm.
work. And also, at least that's. And also, I have to say, how the heck did you learn how to speak Russian? How? How in the?
Would I know anything, Don, about this?
I would also like that stuff. Okay, you both do like a check on that, perchance. Like how the
I
heck
know.
did-
I will share this, Miles. I will share this.
Give me.
Our clan.
Okay. Sorry.
Our clan has an elder, and they call her. And you see Frank almost afraid, and he writes it on a piece of paper. And she was the one to break the blood bonds of the Sabbat. I will text Ethan, no worries. And so I do not know. There's plenty of ways kindred behave. But this, I mean, in the Bible it says, right? They speak in different tongues, but who knows? I've never encountered it before myself.
Okay, I mean, personally,
But
I never got my own sire's language, whatever his was.
I mean, I wish I could learn languages like that, but
That's amazing, but yeah.
there was the BBC episode where Dracula was learning languages like that, but otherwise I have no idea, and this is mortals doing stuff, not us.
Dawn, intelligence occult?
So you have 3 options. Always
Uh-huh.
intelligence, but you can do academics,
Mm-hmm.
medicine, or occult.
I'll go with occult, because that's my specialty.
Your difficulty is set at 6.
Okay.
5 dice? Not a chance, unless I get like crit.
Well, I guess
6 successes.
Yes,
Yep.
please.
Good luck. Alright, let's go. We'll see how it.
Mala. 6 successes.
I got 4. That's as much as I can do. With 5
You are
dice.
as
out of 5
clueless-
is not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have a 3 in intelligence and a 2 in occult. I'm like the premier guy, so.
Yeah.
Interesting, because that's very fascinating.
Intelligence or academics, you said, right?
Intelligence and academics, or occult, or medicine. One of those 3. So intelligence and one of those 3.
Intelligence, academics, it is for me. I have 5 dice as well with my specialty. Let's see. I have 3 successes. I'll reroll.
Willpower?
Oh, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God damn it.
I'm sure.
9, 9, 6, and a 0.
So no clue.
Unfortunately, you have no idea. You were quite on the spot, yes. Rumor of like Dracula being able to do it is kind of where you're at, but you kind of are stumped beyond that. How it happens, why?
I mean, Malkavians would learn, would get visions of things through the network, but I'm not sure what the gangrels have for them.
Well, the roles speak for themselves, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know, I'm just rationalizing it as a Malkavian. Of course.
As you kind of discuss this, you hear commotion happening outside, and we will just go for a quick break here. Okay?
Okay.
Sounds good. I'm thirsty. Not for blood. Just water.
That's what.
Alright, we're back from break, and there was a commotion outside. So, we cut scene a few minutes earlier to the Miles and Frank situation, and Tatiana is alone, kind of just wandering around, thinking about going outside, when all of a sudden she sees Jeffrey just sit on the couch, nothing unusual, until one of the girls kind of turned towards him, and in a flirtatious manner, she goes like, "Hey, handsome. So, do you want a snack?" And then she kind of like brushes her hair off her shoulder. Jeffrey looks at her as like, "Me?" She kind of like, "Mm-hmm. Come on. I know you want to." Jeffrey immediately just leans in gently like a gentleman and starts nibbling in. Unfortunately, Tatiana make nothing of this at first, but then he starts to make these weird gargling sounds as he drinks off her, and she moans a bit in pain almost. And then as you look, all of a sudden things escalate quickly as he starts to feed and feed and feed. And this time he's holding her with his free hand on the neck, like really squeezing, and she's like,
Okay, when I see that this shit is going on, I'm just gonna dash towards him and try to stop him, to grab his head from this girl's neck.
The guy who's sitting on the couch, the other 3 just kind of jump out. It's like, "What the fuck, man?" And you jump in, right? Right, so give me a strength athletics, please.
Well, these guys too just talking, don't pay attention. Okay, athletics plus strength, what's the difficulty?
The difficulty is 2.
Okay. 7.
Nice.
You pull him off. Unfortunately, as he feels you pulling off, his claws erect and all of a sudden just tears open the side and just blood spewing. The other guys are like, "Dude, what the we didn't sign up for this." Immediately, you see from the corner of your eye, I think the Mumbles are just kind of talking as they're coming up the stairs as the whole commotion is happening. What do you do, Tatiana? Jeffrey looks completely like his eyes are ferile and yellow. More. He's kind of just tearing the shirt sleeves off him. He's like, "More."
Okay, so I'm see Athena and Mumbles coming down, right?
Coming up from, yeah.
So if I see this, I'm just gonna scream, "Save the girl, I will take care of Jeffrey." That's gonna be alright. And I'm gonna try to grab him and We need a fresh air with you.
Okay. Do you drag him out?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, Mumbles and Athena, this catches your attention, of course, as the guys are kind of, trying to distance themselves from this horrid scene. The girl is just there, half trans in the kiss, as she's also bleeding out really badly on the couch.
Like from the neck and side, right?
From the other
'Cause he
side,
got her.
yeah.
Right. Athena, you deal with the guys. Red, where's your emergency kit?
He kind of just sighs and walks into a different room without saying anything.
Yeah, Mom's is gonna use her jacket to like put pressure on the wound. Like she doesn't have any medical knowledge, but like she's trying her best to like prevent her from bleeding out as he gets something that can actually help her.
Okay, so give me a intelligence and where is it? Medicine. Yep.
Yeah, that's just her intelligence. So
Oof.
let's see.
Okay.
I don't want to risk a hunger either, because she's on free, and if she gets hungrier, that's not gonna be good.
Okay.
What's the difficulty?
You have to get all of them successes at this point, seeing that you only
Oh,
have.
okay.
Yeah.
Nope, bestial fail.
Oh, sweet, sweet blood smells good in your hands right now, as that
Yeah.
makeshift tourniquet seems like an excuse to just say, hey, it's a snack.
Yeah, I gain a hunger, I think.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Athena, what do you do in order to calm the situation with the other three?
I cast awe to try and help the situation.
Mhm.
Everybody remain calm. It's just a little mishap. It's okay. She's going to be fine. Don't worry. Why don't we all go to the kitchen and have ourselves a little drink, shall we? Let's go.
Give me a charisma and persuasion, please.
Persuasion, charisma. Any modifiers? No.
Yes, you get a +3. Uto.
From yeah.
Okay.
Your presence rating.
And difficulty?
Difficulty would be that of 3. Alright.
Nice.
They kind of you kind of catch their attention with like, go for a drink. They're like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Red walks out with an emergency first aid kit, and he kind of just rushes over, he's not even running, he's just fast walking towards the couch where Mambas and this bleeding individual is. In the meantime, Miles and Frank, in the commotion of all of this, do you want to exit the library to see what's going on, or do you want to remain?
With our heightened senses, we'll be probably aware of this, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm definitely going to check, and we're definitely going to check and see like what the heck's going on here now.
So Athena takes the other three to what is visibly a kitchen, first aid art kitchen with a nice standalone island in the middle, and conveniently there is 2 bottles of unopened wine, dated 2003.
This is pretty good. She picks up the corkscrew and rather expertly flips it open, and she just pours them all a healthy glass of wine. There you go. Enjoy. Cheers.
Alright, so we're back in the living room situation. Miles and Frank rush out as Red starts to open the kit and gives Mumbles a bit of a worrisome look. Like, there's a stern face, but a bit of like a worry in his eyes.
Like, no, as soon as he's taking over, like, she's going. Like, she says, like, I can't. I need to go outside.
Okay. Miles and Frank, you see this.
Alright.
Okay. I'm gonna look at. I'll look at Frank. You know first aid.
No.
Okay, never mind. Let's step away from the room so he can take care of it because blood is going to freaking make us hungry. So, let's step outside. So I'm going to follow I'm going to follow Mumbles.
I will. I will rouse again, and I get hungrier, but I have enough blood to heal the individual. And I'll tell Red to give her some of this. And I will squirt it in her mouth and she'll start drinking.
So, give me a moment there.
So I'm at hunger 3 at the moment, so...
Unfortunately, as you do that, you realize that the individual is deceased. As you pour your blood into her mouth, Red looks up, is like, you can stop that. No point. It's just gone. And he kind of gets, lifts himself off the couch, stretches himself, and, alright, I'll get the body back. And he kind of exits the area.
Right, to a good start.
As Mumbles, Tatiana, and Jeffrey are outside.
So when I think I was the first who grabbed Jeffrey and went outside before the guys were, fixing other stuff. So I was like, in what kind of condition he's right now? When he's outside, he get a bit of fresh air? Is he still wild or?
He's just like a whole new person. He's wilder than you've ever seen him before, and he's just there like, oh, that felt so good. And
Hey, I let off some steam, but also don't forget to control your beast.
This is how you feel every time.
Yes, but wolves do not hunt on others' wolves' territory. And this is others' territory. It's the domain of Laura, the friend of Frank. You cannot kill anyone here. But outside...
You see he's completely ignoring you. He's just flexing. He's like, I feel so young again. Oh, all my aching bones and the ligament joints.
Okay, enjoy your condition.
Amazing. You were saying something about hunting on territory, yes. Sorry. At this point...
if you killed this girl, we are in a big troubles. You have troubles. What did I say before? Control the beast! You are not the monster.
Pish posh, darling. Monster. Do I look like a monster to you? I'm like a young man. Look at me. And Mumbles and Miles, you kind of walk out and is saying this, flexing himself.
Good. Damn it.
She just turns to Miles and she says he's a problem.
Yep.
Well, at least I have one good news for you, that he's no longer in depression of what he have become, but...
I didn't quite say that. He kind of looks around to everyone. It's like, I'm not saying that I'm okay with this, but...
And how do you feel that you're just... Alright, and how would you feel if that person is dead? Perchance. Let's just put the question on that point.
I'm sorry? But I could really get used to
this. Look. Look. You're okay. It is okay to feed. But here's the thing. Take too much, and they can die. And when people die, that's a problem we have to solve.
Did I didn't realize how hungry I was.
Based on what I could see, she's probably going to need an ICU. Or worse.
Oh dear.
Think about your actions.
Let's be honest, there are some situations when you can kill someone in a fight, in a combat, which is okay, release your beast. But sometimes it's not allowed. It's a problem that,
Is it
You have
weird
to
that I
deal
can
with it.
still taste her?
I'm gonna give me one moment. How about you bring Jeffrey with me? Let's take him inside. Let's see how she's doing. And I'm gonna go inside, like, just to check, like, what's going on. Like, is she dead?
You walk in and you pretty much... Frank, what are you doing in this room at the moment? Athena, if you wish to walk out with these individuals, you may, or just leave them in there.
I'll make a willpower check.
Okay.
I got a
Athena?
2. I'm not.
Mumbles is going to quickly text Athena, like, if she can bring one of them outside because she needs to feed and she can't go back inside because of all the, Well, she just says, can you bring one of them outside?
Okay, so she, because she's Athena, finds the most attractive one. You should really meet a friend of mine. I think you're going to love her. Come on, she's outside.
Well, we were hired to mingle, so okay, I'll follow you.
Exactly. Come on. And she leads them outside. She gives a quick look and she sort of like looks at Frank, like gives him that what's happening status report thing. But she walks off rather quickly, steps outside, and goes up to Mumbles and goes, "What did you say your name was again?"
Oh, I was told I'm not allowed to say my name, but I'm known. Well, he's the guy in there gave
Tim.
me. Yeah, he called me Tim.
Tim. Perfect. Okay, Tim. This is my friend Mumbles. Mumbles, this is Tim.
Hi, pleased to meet you.
Know each other.
Pleased to make
Turns
her
around and
acquaintance. So, like, when he like reaches out his arm, like she grabs like his arm and just straight for it.
Take
In the
me
meantime-
out for. Oh,
In the meantime, as soon as she said get to know each other, Athena turned around and hightailed it back inside
So,
and went up to the rest of them and like, what's going on?
so I'm leading. So I'm trying to lead Jeffrey inside. If that's okay. Apologies, Athena. But Athena, you can probably catch up. So, do we see the dead woman?
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna grab him. Okay, see her. You see her right now? She's dead.
I didn't.
She's dead because of your actions. Because you fed.
But I didn't.
Jeffrey.
I didn't bite
Look
that
at her.
hard. I.
Look at her. I think I grab it. Look at her. Look. You see her eyes? Eyes? Do you see she has no longer blood in her? When you feed, that is what will happen if you lose yourself. Use of the beast. That is what we have to go through. All of us will feed through these people so we could live a little bit longer. So stare, remember her. If you feed again from someone, they will be like that if you take too much. Take what you need, and that's it. Plate your hunger. Do not take over. Do not let the beast control you.
You're such a bad boy, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, dear God.
Sorry, Tina, for that.
It needed to be done.
You see Red kind of. You hear a flap of material behind you as you see Red kind of preparing the body bag. Move aside, please.
I'm gonna, I'll let him so I'm gonna kind of let Jeffrey stare more a bit. No, and I had his like hand over his head. I know he's stronger than me, but still, I do that, and then I'm going to let it go. I'm gonna put him around. I'm gonna look at him. Now, remember that, okay? Remember her face when you feed someone again, because a life had just been taken away. A life who could have
Mice.
enjoyed so much more.
Mr. Mice, I do have a question, and he kind of says it in almost a whisper, since you're close. I'm afraid to ask this, but why is it that I don't feel remorse? I understand logically that I should feel bad for this person, but I don't feel it. I know I've done something wrong, but I don't feel sorry for her. Why?
Looks like you've already taken the path down to fail your humanity.
Do I hear this conversation, or because they're whispering,
I'm going to look at-
really hear it at all?
I'm looking at Athena with a worried glance. I look back at Jeffrey. Some of us take this hard. Others take it easy, just like you. There are some like you who do not care when life is taken away. And you're probably feeling that right now because it's the first feeling, first one you took. But remember death. Remember her face when life is taken away. Do not ever forget death.
Maybe I should reconsider that eternal slumber thing that was offered to me earlier. If this is what I will become.
That's a choice that you can take. He's going to kind of step away from it for a moment. He's going to look at Hina.
Mr. Frank,
Sorry.
you seem sound of mind and on par with these situations. Be truthful. Would you consider eternal slumber if this is your result?
Me?
No, I'm talking to Frank.
Frank.
He's in the room, I mean.
But I don't think Luke's here.
The word of kindred is complex.
I asked
The truth
you
of the
to
matter
find
is
simplicity, Mr. Frank.
simplicity. Simplicity.
It's a very yes or no question. I need some moral compass here.
You need some moral compass. Alright. What you understand about kindred is we live in a community and we have rules.
I'm not interested about that. Damn you!
Well, moral compass. Alright. You want a moral compass? I'll give you a moral compass. Can you bring her back? No. So what you did was bad. Now,
wait.
You are saying...
You are telling me... I was dead, you say. And I was brought back. Can I not do the same for this one? Could I not at least...
I tried to prolong it for your sake, but I was unsuccessful.
You see Jeffrey just kind of... His knees weaken and just he collapses down, sitting in a kneeling position, looking at his hands. He notices one of them is bloody that he didn't realize before, and he keeps staring at it.
Athena just sort of comes up behind him and gently puts her hands on his shoulders.
Athena.
You see why these things are important, Jeffrey.
We all make mistakes. Some mistakes are worse than others, and you can't come back from them. Unfortunately, this is one of those mistakes. You need to learn to control yourself, Jeffrey.
I'm afraid I won't be able to. I'm afraid.
There is a simple way. Simple, not a good word. You need to see what you stand for, Jeffrey. You need to see what ticks your... You are a nice person. Still are. You just have the beast. The beast always demands. The beast never sleeps.
And Athena sort of smiles at him and sort of like gently like brushes her hand against the back of his head and goes, "When I was turned and I was terrified and hungry and confused and you stood by me. Didn't worry that I would eat you. You stuck by my side all these years. You are a good person, Jeffrey. You can't let the beast make you forget who you are. Come on. Let's go get your hands washed." And she sort of just gently guides him to stand up and leads him to a bathroom.
In the meantime, Red just finished up the body bag and kind of plumps it onto the floor and just drags it across the room as if it's just garbage. Miles, Tatiana, and Frank, you see this. Numbers, are you ready from your feet?
Yeah, like she takes only 2. I think I do need to make a hunger frenzy check if I'm at hunger 4, but I'm not sure.
No, you know, if you take 2, you're good. There's no
Good.
roll
No,
required.
no, no.
You are at 3, right? So you're at
At
1 now.
4, but now I will be at 2.
Then I
Oh,
think
you
there's
were
no
at
roll
4.
required. There's no roll required for frenzying when you're feeding. When you feed.
I think that's a 5, but we'll let Dom
Yeah,
decide.
that's fine. Yeah, so
fine.
she'll lead Tim back inside and gently place him somewhere where he can, come to his senses and
Yeah,
just
he's just
join
there,
the
like,
others.
so happy for whatever reason, like, just
Yeah.
just stays.
If it's okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow Athena for a bit, like follow Athena and Jeffrey, just to stay. I'm not going to enter their space. I'm just basically keeping an eye on them, so the others, after what I did, best to say, close.
I need to feed as well, so I'll go into the kitchen, find one of the guys, and do it discreetly.
Alright. Numbers of Tatiana, and you're in the...
Right. So she's dead.
Yeah, shit happens. The only problem that it happens on Laura territory, to be honest. But
I
hope
find the
he-
problem. He's just freshly turned. He shouldn't be so callous. He's enjoying this a little too much. And if you are saying you feel like your sire's changed, could something have happened? Could he have passed something down on Jeffrey? If something's wrong with him, then surely something's wrong with Jeffrey.
I feel you have the point, because it doesn't make sense that he now knows how to speak Russian. It doesn't make sense that he's so... I don't like this word, but let's say it, remorseless.
Hmm.
So it's weird. Yeah, I've seen young girls who were as furious and enjoying their statement as him, but it's more like an exception in my back. Usually they're more like stay humane, in their normal way.
I don't like this.
I mean, if he's gonna accept his new condition and, well, not gonna suffer too much about what he's doing, and not killing everyone, of course, that would be fine. But I'm also worried what happened to my sire, and if this kind of a curse that he gave to Joffrey, if it is a curse, he may give it to someone else as well. There could be a whole disease. That's what actually is terrifying me.
I agree. We need to find him. Fast.
Yes, if it could be that easy to
Yeah.
make us to say.
We'll have to manage somehow. What you want to do if we do find him? He's your sire.
I don't have a fucking idea. There's too much stuff happened in just one night. So I didn't make my decision yet.
No. You should thinking about it though. Or a choice will be made for you. That's usually how
Well,
it goes.
I must say I trust you in whatever you decide to do with him.
You see a
Because
couple
maybe-
of suited figures, as you're discussing, arrive on the front where you entered. There's about like 5 of them, or 6 maybe. As they help themselves literally walk in. And Mumbles, you recognize one of them. He's really neatly dressed in this black suit, and he's like, "Sono venuto tardi al questo party." Ah, sono qui.
I will say
Alright.
something polite in Italian.
These guys?
Who is this dude? How do I? I mean, do I know just? Do I know him personally, or do I know who's he affiliated with?
He's the right-hand man of your...
Oh,
Boss.
what's his last name?
Well,
Because we need to be polite.
he doesn't go by a last name. So...
Very well, a handle then,
Yeah, give me
a nickname, something cool and badass.
Yakamoto.
Something better than fucking Nina.
Or sunglasses.
Give me a moment.
Cicatrici.
He's known as Cicatrici.
Ooh, I know
What
what
does
that
that mean?
means. A scar.
Huh. Can you say
Cicat-
it again so I don't mispronounce it?
Cicatrici.
Cicatrici.
Scars, that would be plural, okay.
She's just kind of like, Cicatitri. Didn't expect you to see her. She will say this in Italian.
He reaches into his waistcoat and pulls out his BlackBerry, opens it up and kind of turns the screen towards you, and you see a message basically inviting him to the address by Laura.
Oh. Everybody's a fan of us, aren't they?
Dude, what the fuck is going on? Are they your friends? What they're doing here? Should we warn others? Or can you give
No,
me a short recap?
they're part of my family. They were invited here by Laura, although I'm not sure why. She kind of just motions into the living room. It says in Italian, like, make yourself comfortable, don't sit on that couch, it's got blood on it.
Ah, sì, posso vedere il sangue. Okay, very good. Something to drink, perhaps, yes.
Help yourself. Do I look like your maid?
You seem to make yourself very comfortable. Where do I get my snack? And,
She
mind
she
me,
motions
Dawn.
towards
We
the
had-
kitchen.
We had like security guards and then we had like free range kindred, right? Free range kind, sorry.
yeah.
Sure.
So he kind of walks himself in the kitchen. The other 5 kind of just set themselves spaced out against the glass paned, like floor to ceiling windows next to the door. And they're just there, just standing really still. You know that they're, his kind of bodyguards.
Yeah.
I'd like to just cut scene really quickly into the bathroom where Jeffrey is there, like, just washing his hand and Athena comforting him. I don't know what's going on there.
Comforting him, helping him scrub out blood because, obviously a woman knows how to get blood stains out better than a man ever will. No offense, guys.
Okay.
None taken.
And she's just, like, helping him clean his hands. It's kind of like a child. Like when you're cleaning your child's hands
Yeah.
after they dirty them with something. It does feel like that's the kind of scene it would be.
He's very silent. His expression is that of emptiness, like his vacant expression. It's as if he's in shock almost. You kind of almost see the glimpse of the Jeffrey, there.
It takes a lot of getting used to. Jeffrey.
I don't think I want to get used to this, to be honest.
The truth is that when I first brought Henri and Sapphire in, I was scared. I thought that one of these days I was going to lose my hold on my beast and have a similar thing happen to them as to what happened to that poor girl. Not wanting to be a monster is exactly what you need to hold on to, even as you feed your hunger. It's almost like you're caught into a situation where the only thing that you can eat is a food that you absolutely despise. So you only take enough so that you're not hungry. You don't enjoy the meal, you just do it to survive.
He splashes water on his face as you say that, and he kind of rests against the basin and looks into his own reflection. You always know exactly what to say.
I do my best. Always have. And I have a feeling that I learned that trick from you.
Now. You have class. And it wasn't all me.
No. You can't take all the credit now, can you? I am sorry that I couldn't protect you as much as I wanted to, Jeffrey. I feel guilty. Not simply because you were turned, and not simply because it happened under my nose, but also because when you were dead, when we thought you were dead, I felt empty. I felt like I'd lost the closest thing I had to a father. And I didn't realize until then that even as kindred, I could feel grief. And when you came back, I'm not exactly going to say to life, but when you woke up, I'm quite ashamed to say that I felt relieved.
Well, kind words. Athena.
Yes, Jeffrey.
Thank you for your patience. And I can't promise you, but I can only try to suppress this beast you speak of inside of us. I think that is fair of me to say that it's only going to get harder from here, I feel.
For a while, and then you take it in your stride. It's like learning how to ride a very overcomplicated bike.
Everyone keeps saying something along those lines, it seems. I do is there someone at the doors? I smell... He kind of opens, and Miles, are you right behind the door?
I'm not behind the door. I'm like on the, if there is a door, I'm like on the other end, like the hallway.
Okay.
Probably just, I'm just looking up right now.
Yeah. He opens and he sees you there. It's like,
Jeffrey, you good? You doing better?
Athena just sort of pops her head out and goes,
Hi,
trust you to wear strong cologne. And it's sort of like a joke. She knows why Jeffrey smelled him, but she's also like making a joke of it to try and keep spirits up because.
Well, I haven't really watched though. What is watching when it happens in the next 3 days? Alright.
I would try to be more observant of you all and do the best in my part to stay out of everyone's way or cause any further inconveniences.
You want my recommendation, Jeffrey? Follow Atina's way. It'll be fine. Better to trust someone you know you can already trust than some of us. It's not like you know us well.
And he says something in Russian you don't understand as he kind of like shakes and he looks at you. And he says something else further in Russian as he kind of just shrugs.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm going to have to learn Russian now.
Oh, I think many of us might. You don't want to chat for a bit. You don't want to talk for a bit, I mean, if you want to stay around, feel free to stay around.
I sense a tone of needing privacy, Mr. Miles.
That's up to you.
And he looks over to Atina, gives
That's up to you,
and he walks away.
You are going crazy, old man. She says to Jeffrey as
he's already crazy.
She approaches Miles.
Are you okay?
As well as can be expected.
He kind of he stays a bit silent, but he just kind of looks at you. He says, "A loss happened, so I know that you put up a good face. But if you feel like opening up about anything, feel free to do so. I mean, you lost quite a lot of stuff recently, so."
Yes, in the matter of a few hours, I've lost my home, my 3 closest people have been severely injured or almost murdered, and then apparently not murdered, and then just turned into kindred. My head is still wrapping my head around I'm still wrapping my head around the fact that Jeffrey isn't dead, and I've just been washing blood off his hands because now he's one of us. Which is something that I promised him would never happen. I feel like a miserable failure. And I have never felt like a failure in my life, Miles. So.
No worries. I mean, at some point it's gonna hit us every time. One thing you know, you think you're doing well, everything goes well for you. Next thing you know, your life's turned upside down. You don't know what to do next. Right? That's the feeling. That's the bottomless pit of despair.
The last time that happened to me was when Alistair turned me. Everything was going well. We were engaged. I was mingling with royalty. Riches beyond my wildest dreams. And suddenly, congratulations, you're a vampire. And then he went absolutely crazy.
Yeah. It's rough.
Thing is, that the last time I felt this way, I found a shoulder to lean on. And that shoulder was Jeffrey. So, now I need to let him lean on me.
And you have no one to lean on.
Well, I know I have you guys. I'm not that stupid.
He kind of sighs a bit. He's kind of looking around where Jeffrey left. Yeah. At least you have people around. You have us now.
Yes, I know.
Things happen. Look, I understand. I mean, I lost Maria not long ago, so
I'm terribly sorry about that. By the way, I don't think I've ever properly expressed my condolences.
It's tough losing a partner who's been with you for, what, 20 years? But how I see it is, well, this is for me, it's a normal day in life to work. I mean, before I was here, I was an officer, once upon a time ago. Good times. You see a lot of bad things happen, and you just build a wall for yourself.
Sorry, Miles, I can't picture you in a uniform.
No worries, I was in the other uniform, the casual ones. But we're all go through that moment, and so I understand what you're going through right now is fucking hell.
Mm.
And it's worse with that we have other things we could take care of. All we can do is push forward. If you need any help with Jeffrey, I'm around. Ask any of us to help you out, and we're there to help.
Thank you, Miles. I truly appreciate that, because for a moment there, I felt like I was going to go feral. And I don't think I've ever had that happen properly before. So, it was a bit of a scary thought.
Mm-hmm. Well, we don't want any of us to go feral, but well, if you ever do so, what's the one place you want to do where you're feral? Think of like the one place you hate so much.
The one place I hate.
If you don't know one, don't worry. But if you ever find that answer, when you choose to go feral, let us know. We'll drop you off there, and you can let your wild anger there.
Ooh, that bloody school that was run by nuns that I was forced to go to as a child.
There, we'll put you there then. Just don't kill the nuns. Let's make sure it's empty.
I make no promises.
Fair enough. He says, and he's going to turn, and he looks to Jeffrey. Looks to where Jeffrey left. Says, back to the hand though, Jeffrey. He said something to me. He said that when he took that woman's life, or when I was shouting at him, I do apologize for me doing that. He didn't feel anything. No, he felt nothing.
Yes, I know, and that worries me as well.
I'm going to be honest with you, 100% honest, as someone who's a clan Tremere who usually understands occult shit and like kindred stuff. Jeffrey is an anomaly to even me. I don't know how he speaks Russian all of a sudden. I don't know how he immediately, from being a good person, suddenly becomes a monster. I mean, don't get me wrong, our first night as a kindred usually is very... we don't really care much. But he's an anomaly case, so... I would like to investigate him fully if it's possible, maybe make sure... Did he say he had something on his chest?
He said something... Tatiana said that the words written on his chest were, if I understood correctly, my clan is here.
He's on his chest. That's what Tatiana told you.
My clan?
He's on his chest.
On his chest.
Words.
My clan is on his chest, right?
Okay.
Okay, so... in that case, if it's okay, I would like to at least do a bit of investigation on him. Just to make sure, and if he has... You said he has like ritual scars on his chest?
What we saw, runes or something like that.
I could maybe investigate that. I mean, again, a cult expert here, so I could maybe figure something out from that side.
Feel free. I mean, when it comes to the occult, my expertise is ghosts.
I mean, that they exist, don't worry.
I know. My father had a lot of ghost stories around the house, and that's how I kind of got interested in them. But never mind.
I mean, hey, I have one on my place, so I don't know if he's still around there. Anyway, let's go to Jeffrey. Let me at least check that, so I can maybe at least find a point. Because to be fair, this whole language thing, I know elders do pass down things to you. They pass their own blood, their clan, but also their own abilities they've learned, including ones that are even part of the clan. But your language, and that
would have
needs
to
investigation.
be. Would it be odd to say that the language was passed down because it's such a strong part of his sire?
Hmm.
Maybe
Could
he
be
has
the
his
case.
language quite close to his heart.
And maybe due
I know
to
that's a stretch, but
and maybe due to his feeling of not feeling any remorse, it could be from that case also, seeing as nothing
yes.
against Tatiana's sire seems to also have gone quite feral.
You see Red walk into the corridor we're discussing. It's like, is everything okay?
Red. Yes, we were just.
Yes, we're just chit-chatting.
Right.
Is everything okay? Red, right? Apologies for the manner downstairs, the manner of Jeffrey. New blood.
Right. If you don't mind, I need to have eyes on all of you. If you
That's
just join
understandable.
the rest, please.
No worries.
Right, of course.
Let's go. Sorry for taking. Sorry for that. Sorry for taking your time, Athena. Sorry for taking your time, Athena, for this. Just want to make sure you were okay.
It's fine. I appreciate it, Miles. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
They go down to. I'm guessing everyone else is in the living room.
Yeah. So what's the scenario in the living room, everyone? Jeffrey, kind of when he walked in, is just kind of takes a seat in the far corner, trying to, at this point, distance himself clearly from everyone.
Will I have a moment to talk to him while he was in a distance?
I mean, you're allowed to do anything, so go ahead.
Yeah, okay, so if I'll see that he's staying alone thinking about something, I will approach him. And I start speaking Russian only. So how do you feel yourself?
I'm trying not to feel.
No, that's understandable. So what I'm trying to do, I will explain you that my sire isn't any person actually would have his special words in Russian, that you'll realize the person talk in a certain way, like say too much fuck, or I don't know, well, kind of, well, some these words. So every person
Speech
have
patterns and stuff,
speech
yeah.
patterns. So I'm trying to talk with him to realize if he has the same speech patterns, probably as my sire. Kind of a stupid language expertise. Or it's just a normal Russian.
Just normal Russian. It's just Jeffrey speaking Jeffrey in Russian.
So it's not official. So there is this garbage words in folk language,
Mm-hmm. No.
So I don't catch something unusual.
No.
So then I'll just ask. So you really don't understand that we are talking Russian now, do you?
We are talking. And I can understand you perfectly clear, despite that I can hear you speak Russian. Which is weird.
Okay.
Am I speaking Russian to you right now?
Yes.
So I don't even have a choice in how I speak, it seems.
Well, as far as I saw, no, not really, because you switch quite randomly from English to Russian. So sometimes Athena is not able to understand you. And you don't feel this shift when you switch from...
No. I'm afraid not.
Sorry.
Can I show him some... Maybe I'll take a note and a pencil if I will be able to find it in the room, and write him just a few words in Russian, and I want to show it to him.
Okay.
And just... Can you read that?
Looks like gibberish to me. It's like you scribbled
scribbles.
I mean, looks like awful handwriting, but I'm pretty sure that's not English. I can recognize a few letters, but the English letters, I can't read that.
So it's written in Russian, like, "Hi, my name is Jeffrey, and I'm a newborn vampire." But it's written in Russian, so he can't read that.
You tell him what's written on the paper.
No. I'm
okay,
telling
alright.
you as a game master.
He's letting you know.
Okay. Like, no, he can't. And he looks at you cluelessly, like, shrugs.
Okay, so
Does it work? You're such a mystery. I mean, in any linguist, scientist, like, okay, you know what I'm talking about, would just
I've been a
would
butler
die try to
for the
to
last
study.
couple of years, let's put it like that. Linguistics is not my forte. I can polish the hell out of silver. I can pretty much clean a room in quite a immaculate timing. No, darling. He kind of just shoves the paper towards you a bit, like, I can't read whatever that is. Whatever you
You
wrote.
still can understand me, even though I didn't say even a one English word for all this 5 minutes while we were talking, so it doesn't make any sense.
It's a
This
mystery
is
to
so
you as
true.
much as it is to me. I'll be more than happy to figure it out, but I'm not quite in the right mindset for it.
Oh, yes.
It's okay.
So I will leave him at this point, and I'm
Thank-
just starting to try to think how this could happen, because it's a really unique case that he can't that he can't
Out of-
read.
Out of character is a very big difference between reading and speaking languages. It's huge. Just out of character. Sorry.
But who knows?
Right.
I do the
Yes.
same thing. Like people who don't know how to read can still speak. It's just they don't know how to read.
But it's fine. But still, what if he
She
actually
tried, she
very
tried. You never
She
know.
tried. Sorry, she tried. No worries.
It's
Sorry.
definitely a good thing
My-
you did. It's
Yeah,
we can
it's good.
deduce.
My apologies. Something to point maybe to help you out of character. My bad.
No, definitely. You didn't say anything bad.
Okay, so that was.
It's
what I
meant
was
to be
doing
a
with the
mystery.
pen.
Mhm.
So, Miles and Athena, if you joined this group following, obviously, Red,
Mhm.
you do notice that there's a couple of new individuals in the room you've not seen before.
That's new.
Don't be alarmed. They're of my family. I
Your
don't know why they're here though.
Your family. Oh, that family. Oh,
From the
Yes.
northern. Okay, from our northern neighbors. Nice. Good. Why are they here?
I don't know.
Interesting.
She's actually going to
Lovely.
take out her phone and text like one of the overseers that she like left in Pieta, and she asked him, "Did you have any notion about scars coming to visit?"
so
I'll do the same with Lore if I notice them, because he said he's going to the kitchen, right? Scars.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
I'll be polite, but I'll then text Lore like, who is this guy?
On pippity typing away.
Furiously typing Dawn. Do. He's playing chess on his phone.
Again.
Or Snake.
Or Nelson.
Y'all used to play Snake.
yeah.
I don't know what Snake is. Sorry.
Really?
No. Which?
You is
Snake on the
baby?
Wait, what do you mean Snake on the phone?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it used to be like, you know,
On
on
the-
these
on-
older
on
model
old-
phones.
Oh, okay, old phone. Ah, okay, alright.
The Nokia phones.
I may have made. Okay, I may have played then. May have. I had like I had Temple Run. I had like Temple on my Nokia phone. That's where I
Yeah,
remember.
you're a generation after most of us.
Yeah. I mean, still, when I was like 8 years old, I had Nokia.
Are you? Aren't you
You're
older
what?
than me?
No, me.
No.
I'm 21.
He's
You're
baby.
trying to what? Oh my god!
Now my age is on the internet. Great. Fuck. No worries, you're good.
He's baby.
I thought he was older than me. I feel so old now.
Yeah, same.
But I am maybe mature for my age. Maybe.
Yes, you are. I can definitely attest to that.
Thank you.
Yes, we can. Trust me.
I feel so happy. If I think that. Sorry. Okay, I'll stop there.
Excuse me while I go cash my fucking pension check.
So do I understand right that Mumbles is texting with someone?
Mumbles
Yeah.
texted someone from Pieta, and Dawn is.
He is furiously typing on his phone.
Okay.
By from what we can see
Yeah.
from the
sorry.
Dawn camera.
All right.
The Dawn cam.
Dawn cam. Do-do-do-do. I mean, the Dawn cam would be never mind. I was gonna think of a joke, but I can't think
Alright.
of one now. All good?
Yeah.
Interesting. Mom is actually going to stand up and go to the kitchen to where Scars is. I'm just gonna refer to him Scars.
Of course.
English.
You see Scars basically just chatting up one of the girls while seems to be a happily passed out individual on the floor, which clearly Frank had feasted on. But Scars is chatting up this girl and using his charms in Italian, to chat her up.
Yeah. She won't disturb him. Like she'll just wait until he's like finished, or like she's called back in the room.
Yeah. He kind of notices you and he apologizes in Italian, and he kind of he kind of starts kissing her hand, makes his way to the top of her shoulder, and then just leans in for his snack.
Yeah.
It is a short one. He just takes maybe 3 gulps full from her, and she's just there like moaning in pleasure, and he kind of ci vediamo presto, bella, and he looks at you.
Can I have a word?
See, is he
Like
okay?
she kind of looks to the other two, and she just motions like to the door that's probably leading outside, like from the kitchen, or like she just motions him to follow him outside.
Va bene.
So, should I feel flattered that you came all the way just to save little old me?
You can feel how you like. We are simply doing what family does. Look out for each other, yes.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Good
Miles?
evening,
Oh,
sir. No worries.
Wait.
Good evening, sir.
No,
Where
we
are
went
you
we went
guys?
outside.
Just
Like
outside. Oh, you
we're
two.
not
Oh,
in the
you two.
living room. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
just you two. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
I thought we were
they
down.
completely crossed over.
My
and
apologies.
Walked outside. No worries. You just see these two just kind of walk,
Mhm.
a very serious kind of business-like walk almost.
Fine.
Scars, the individual you've never seen or known before, has a bit of a more casual walk to him, though. Yes, we are just looking out for family,
That's nice. I guess you would like me to take you to Piazza next.
My instructions dictate otherwise. Once we know you are okay, we head back to Sicilia. So,
I doubt you've heard about me, so let me make it easy. I'm not gifted with word and manipulation. So, if there is something you can share with me that I would like to know, in your opinion, I would very much like to know before I find out afterwards and get angry about it.
All you have to do is ask the right questions.
Why are you really here?
Word is that a casa of one of your company has been compromised, and you were seen on location. Didn't look good. Looked weak. We want to make
Yes.
sure you stay looking strong.
Right.
Bit of muscle, and you know, you are now Baronessa of La Slima, no?
Well, partially. Pietà is mine, but Slima I share with my coterie.
Ok, va bene.
I do like the sentiment, though. It's good to feel the warmth of your family's presence next to you. It's nice.
Famiglia è sempre famiglia, eh? Non dimenticare questo.
I will pretend like I totally understand what that means.
Family is always family.
Don't you forget
Don't
about
you
it.
always forget it.
I won't. I never have. Now that I have you here, how much do you know about sires passing on curses or diseases onto their children? I know.
Very
I will
unusual question.
Yeah,
May I say I have no children of my own,
a shame.
so I wouldn't know. But if it were possible, I would say if you are an old vampire, with enough high sangue, you might be able to pass something unwillingly, and not intentional, if you know what I mean. But again, a very rare occasion, high, high frenzy of sorts.
A blood rage, perhaps.
Sì, posso, maybe, I don't know. It is all hypothetical. It's nothing on, it's not like we go to school about this.
Oh, I'm not keen to test this out either, although I'm not very angry by nature, although I do pretend that I am like that. She kind of gives a smile.
I'm not one to ask questions because I know my place, but now you instilled la curiosità.
Feel free to ask. If I don't want to answer, I won't.
Why such story questions? How do you say it? You know what I mean?
There is a member of my coterie, one I care for. Her sire presumed dead, now returned and changed. Feral. More feral than any gangrel would like.
Gangrel.
See,
Come te. Like you.
Like you.
like me. Yes. Now, he is pesting us, trying to prod and provoke. He's the one who blew up the haven. And he sired the man you saw in the corner of the living room. He is
That-
not behaving like a fresh fledgling. He is unfeeling, arrogant, and I don't like it.
Do you want us to make it go away?
No. If
Okay.
that were an option, we'd do it ourselves.
Sì, va bene.
But this sire, he is a problem. One that I want to make go away as fast as possible. If I'm not overstepping, perhaps you could help us look for him.
But
A
like
threat for us all.
adesso. Stasera. Tonight.
Yes.
Okay. What are we looking for?
One moment. And she will peek her head out of the door and make eye contact with Tatiana. And just kind of like nod her head like, come here.
So I'm going.
And to the rest she will say, I'm working on our new friend problem. So
So
withdraw.
why do you need me?
To give him some like she's asking before she's going in, or she's asking when she's in?
Before and entering the room.
I have some help to help us track down Mikael. But he needs information, and you know more than me.
Okay, fair enough. It's a good idea actually. Asking for help from your family. So I'm starting giving the description of how Mikhail looks like now that you've made Dawn. I'm not remember the whole
No
all
worries.
the details.
No worries. We put it into a nutshell. Okay. So you describe the details as best as you can.
Yes, and his age that he's right now, so it's okay, that he looks like he's 40 or so. So his full name, maybe some details how he. Well, they don't know Russian, so I cannot describe them how he talks or what he does.
Russian è persecuzione. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I guess it's all I can give you. Yes, and just be careful. He's acting very, very wild. Like a total
Like-
psych. You'd rather say he's a Malkavian, not a Gangrel, believe me. No offense to Malkavian.
No sense. No, it's okay. No offense on him, and not Malkavian. No worries. He looks over to Mumble in Italian. He says, "It's like, is this the one that has the weird transferred powers from her sire?"
She shakes her head no.
E l'altro, allora, the other one, the old dude.
Yes.
Okay. Va bene.
And I just compliment Don on his swag, man. Like, well done, bro.
He could play like a mafia boss, like very nicely.
He does. He can.
I play like a mafia boss because
And
two
he-
of my characters are Italian, so yeah.
He kind of has this weird hunch, like ready to go. It's like, all right.
And I hope that was clear that you don't have to kill him, track him down,
We'll take care
Take-
of the rest.
take
So
him, yes.
I
but
bring
maybe
him
if
to
you have
you. Is this?
You track him, and you let us know where he is, and then we can perhaps either hunt together, or you can leave it to the two of us. I would be
Oh, I agree.
grateful.
Okay. That's all.
That's
Well-
all.
Sì. Va bene. Oi.
Spasiba.
Andiamo! And you see the guys kind of just come out from their standing positions from next to the glass doors. And he's like, Buonasera a tutti, eh? Hey, good girl, give her my number. And he kind of walks out, like, straightening his jacket, like, Vamos! Andiamo!
Mums is not gonna bother, like, oh, here's my telephone. He knows how to contact her for sure. That's not an issue.
I think he meant the girl he was feeding from, right?
No, but I'm saying, like, normally Mumbles would be like, hey, you can reach me here, but, like, he knows how to contact her.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
not-
yeah,
not an
sure.
issue.
Sure, nice family you have, Mumbles. Very supportive in all of meanings of this word.
Yeah. Up to a certain extent. But if you don't act reckless, if you act supportive, if you're loyal, you can wish for nothing more. And just before we go back in, if you meant what you said, that you trust me, I will never betray that trust. Just so you know. She'll go back in the living room.
I'm really glad that I have such a kindred near me as you, Mumbles.
You say that now. See?
I'm saying, and I'm going to the living room.
Like, she meant that as a joke, like, oh, you say that now.
So as soon as Athena sees Mumbles coming inside, she approaches her and just goes, "What are we doing? What's going on?"
They're going to help track us down, Mikael.
That's
We've
good.
got plenty of other problems to resolve.
I should say so. Well done, Mumbles.
They're capable.
Well,
Okay. So that's
alright.
semi-sorted.
Right.
Now what?
Semi-addressed, but yes.
We're gonna... Mumbles kind of turns to Frank and says, how pissed off is Laura gonna be that we killed one of the vessels?
Well, I don't know, but she allowed Cicatrice here as long as he behaved, so he behaved, so there's no beef with that. I'll have to see. At least I'm glad it wasn't one of you guys. That much I can divulge.
At least we can
So-
say it's new blood, so maybe that might be able to assist, but I'm not sure how far Laura's generosity is.
She has dealt with this before. It's just... It's never a case of why you did it. It's more the case of how is she feeling and what is she vengeful about.
I just like to point out on a side note that there is Red in the room, kind of sitting in the corner, away from you all, but he's eavesdropping on everything, just so you know.
Alright,
Yeah, that
yeah.
makes sense, yeah.
Alright, so let's look at our current minor problems we have to take care of. So, we have Alice. So, Jeffrey will need to be trained. I recommend we at least give Athena a reign to teach him the methods of the kindred, and then maybe
And-
Tatiana assist him in the gangrel, or even you Mumbles could do so.
And we don't let him out of our sight.
Yes.
No
I do wa-
offense, Mr. Jeffrey, but she kind of just gives him like a... Like, she doesn't feel like she needs to say...
Anything else, yeah.
Jeffrey
And-
kind of just looks at her and kind of just...
I do want to investigate, Jeffrey, that thing that's on your chest, a scar, just to at least see if it's ritual. But I know, do not worry. I just investigate. Alright. Okay.
He
Come on,
did it-
Jeffrey, we're guys here. It's not like we're gonna...
Mumbles actually is going to respectfully...
Mm.
Mumbles actually is going to turn away. Respectfully.
And Athena will as well, but as she does, since he mentioned the ruining the shirt comment, she can just go, "Oh, it's okay. I brought you spares, darling."
Thank
I'm
you.
going to look. I will look at the ritual. He's not gonna get too close to Jeffrey. He's just going to like look at it. He'll take a photo of it just in case. Like, he'll look at. Can I like see if there's any like of the runes? I mean, I'm a Tremere. Like the whole clan's about blood magic. Would I maybe discern this is like blood magic of sorts, or
Give
of this particular
me
ritual? I know.
the resolve and occult.
Resolve and occult. So it's 5 dice again. DC.
3.
Alright, gonna be an issue. I rolled like okay, that's just 3 successes. Wow,
Nice.
just barely.
So, you understand that what he has on him is just Russian wording engraved into his skin. The one thing that seems off about it, from what you can see, is you know how usually it is kind of scratched into him?
Yeah.
He's already starting to heal,
Hmm.
but the patching of the healing are like in dots. As if you know when you get that like rash reaction and like your skin starts becoming bumpy. That's kind of how it's healing. It's
Oh, okay, interesting. Like almost natural healing. It's like natural sort of healing. Okay, and based on the design, does it look like a rudimentary ritual circle of sorts, or
so. In sense of ritualistic, nothing is ritualistic about it.
okay?
What concerns you is that he seems to be showing allergic symptoms to his own healing capabilities.
So he looks at this and he goes, "Huh." So he has the photo. So he just back on. I took a photo. He kind of looks at it. What the heck?
What you think, Mouse?
It's not a ritualist. It's not a ritual thing, but it's healing. He kind of shows it. So I don't know. He shows it to at least the gangrels specifically, and the others can see. So human anatomy sometimes when you're allergic, you start to show like a bit of a rashing here, right? He's showing it. How? He shouldn't even have to be able to show any rashing. It's like his healing abilities is being allergic to it.
If we take a sample, could you do anything with it? Research it?
I could research it, but my scientific skills are limited. I may be
Perhaps
able
you
to
know of someone else from your clan who can help.
Some kind of
Clan?
chemical analysis.
Land, we'll see.
Who has dots in
I'll look
science? I'm
around.
just curious.
I have 0 dots in science. Zilch.
Nope.
I have 1 in
I'm
academics.
an Italian hitman. I don't have.
Okay,
I have one in
science.
politics. I can convince someone who might know. I can convince the Minister of Health, maybe.
I have 1 point in science actually because I was studying back in Russia for ornithologist. You can say, right?
Okay.
I don't know if it gives us anything.
I also have one small idea once we get sorted with this one.
Dawn, what I know
I will
Maria's
help you guys and say to Athena, I wanted to show you the library for a specific reason. Maybe there's some occult tome we can consult. And I motion her to join me. Do you have any occult tomes there? I know it's a long stretch, but who knows?
So, give me a intelligence and academics.
Intelligence, academics. Alright.
Can I roll as well since we're going?
Yeah, that's what the idea was.
You can definitely start looking for them. Difficulty is set at 4 people.
I got 2 successes.
Frank, you find nothing what you're looking for.
I got 3 successes.
Ooh.
Tatiana,
Can you use a willpower to try and see if you can get it? Just out of character?
I might be.
She may be able to roll 2 dice. if
Yeah,
she
you
wants.
can
Yeah.
roll 2 dice. Yeah.
So you can choose if you want to basically
Ah,
slash your willpower to re-roll up to 3 dice. In this case, you can only roll 2 dice again. So if you want, you can try that. If you want.
So I just do on roll 20. I can do like a willpower reroll and just
Yeah, that's the button.
Yeah.
dice
Choose
to roll 2,
You're re-rolling 2 dice.
and difficulty is 4 still.
No,
You need
no
2
difficulty.
more.
You need
You need
one.
1 more.
So
You
just
need 1
one.
more.
So just mark 1
Yeah.
difficulty.
Hey.
Yeah, you got. Nice.
Willpower is great.
And mark that willpower, like do a slash. Click on the box to slash it.
First time I've used that.
Nice.
Ah.
There you go. Now you know.
there you go. So she got the success, right?
Yep. 40 pesos.
Cool.
So you guys are looking in there for a while, right? Going through it. Frank, you're frustrated. You swear. Laura has something going around, and Antina's looking and she's kind of picking out the right books, but not quite one that you're looking for exactly. In the meantime, before we go to what Atina finds, what I just want to.
Yeah. So unless somebody's going to tell her, no, stop, this is a terrible idea, she's going to say to Mouse,
Mhm.
what if I take a small drop of his blood and taste it? See if I can. Because if something is wrong with his healing, it must be in the blood. It must be. I don't know of any other way. If you don't object, of course. Like just a small drop.
Wait,
so-
what's it's
know,
kind of
right
disease that
here.
he.
I know she's asking Jeffrey, like,
Oh, okay.
if you're okay. Like, I'm not gonna like, force
well-
you.
Sounded like
Wait,
were
you
talking
can
to Miles.
catch his disease, you know, whatever he has, if you do it. Sorry, Jeffrey, no offense, but you maybe have something. Doesn't matter. Well, does matter, but are you sure you want to do this?
It's
Mumble.
kind of like considering it.
I mean, I've been a nuisance so far. If I could be of any assistance, I'm willing to offer myself.
I
how-
would think it's
However,
unlike.
I must agree with the concern of Miss Tatiana.
Well,
What do you think, Mouse? Would 1 drop enough to be?
1 drop is enough. I can also take a drop to at least get an idea maybe how powerful his blood is. I mean, I understand, Tatiana, your blood is the same as his technically, but I think he's quite changed. Maybe we may have to do a generational check. I can
If
taste.
you can do that.
I can definitely take a taste of the vitae. You can taste it to see if it works because of your gangrel blood. I can taste it just from my blood sorcery. Just a drop. So Jeffrey,
What-
just cut your finger just a little bit. Here, I'll take out my pocket knife. Here, that's good.
But if you taste it, it might be bad for both of us.
I can at least taste it to use my blood sorcery. I can keep it contained that way.
Okay. Perhaps it's better you do it then.
I'll do it first. I'll take the blood. I'm going to activate taste for blood.
Okay.
So I don't know if that will help. So basically, I kind of whisper some magical things, and I'll give it a taste. And what it does is I make a resolve blood sorcery. I dab the blood on my tongue. If I get difficulty with the wind, the user can determine. They can identify whether the blood belongs to a blah blah blah. Tasting vitae, which in this case it is vitae I'm tasting, also determines the relative blood potency and does a likely generation band. So basically, like how powerful his blood is of the vampire. And a critical will also reveal whether the subject has ever committed diablerie in the generation within one of the vampire. So basically, I get to determine like how powerful his blood is. Make sense? That's the goal. So that is resolve plus my blood potency of 3 or 6 dice. I need to beat it with 3. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Look.
Hey! Wow! Good lord! Oh no!
I like those noises.
Oh no! Okay, hold up.
You got
Actually, no.
MSC.
I got 3 zeros, 2 on a normal, 1 on the hunger die. So I will pair the 2 regs, so that's a critical success, and not a messy.
Okay.
So 6 successes.
Oof.
6, motherfucker.
Learn
Wow.
all the
will
secrets.
So I beat it. So that means I know the blood. How strong is his blood? What's the
You
blood
beat it
potency?
with a hammer, bro.
Give us all the secrets, please.
All I know is how powerful his blood is. Like how strong.
No, I'm just joking.
I'll check the just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case to be specific.
I think, just in case you
I'm
can
trying to
be-
find where the blood.
So you said
potency-
blood taste,
Blood
taste of
potency.
vitae,
No, I did the blood.
taste of vitae.
Taste of vitae. No, the ability is a taste for blood. The specific, what I'm looking for is his blood potency, which
There you
is,
go.
I believe in
Mela,
Where is I notice? Here it is.
Mela. The resonance and intensity of the blood of human, which doesn't matter here.
It's just the blood potency, so I'm just looking for the blood potency section because I forget where.
The rate of blood potency and likely generation of the vampire.
So, Don, I'm going to send you a print screen.
I have
Just
it,
made
I
it
have
up
it,
for you.
so.
You have it?
Aha.
His blood potency is a 4.
Oh, fuck.
So he's
What?
at 10. That's so he wait. That's he's 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
His blood
So
potency is 4.
he is either the minimum blood potency of 4 would be he's a 5th gen,
No, he can't be fifth.
but
Wait.
the maximum. But he could also be a 10th to 11. So it's between 5th to 10th to 11.
Wait. Depends on how you, because
But
So
that's
this-
what your power will confirm, right? The generation as well.
Just the blood potency. It gives me the generation band. So how far is his generation as a vampire? So
Wait,
look,
so-
multiply night. This is basically the generations, the minimum blood potency,
Yes.
the required minimum of a generation's blood potency, and the maximum, like how far the blood potency can be. So he's either between 10 to 11, 9, 8, 7, 6, or 4, or 5th.
That could be all possible generation that he can
Mhm.
that he has.
Yep.
But
mhm,
it starts.
it's
from
obviously
11.
a case
Wait,
where
Wait,
mhm.
it starts from 11. It could not be 12.
Actually, no, hold up. If he started off at 4, he started at 4, he probably is 5th. Because he was just created just tonight. So he's gonna so because basically
I don't
Hmm.
understand, but okay.
no, because basically
it's simple, really. You are saying jeopardize the fuck out of all of kindred. If you're 12th,
No, I understand that he debularized a lot, but how
So-
much?
Yeah,
Tati-
enough to create
so
a
he takes
kindred
the
that's
taste.
blood potency 4.
so he's going to look. Tatiana, what's your generation
Oh,
again? 12.
well, I mean, you can try my blood to, do your analysis if it would.
I mean, I can if you wish. Sure, I'll take a taste for her blood and make a roll for that if that's okay, Don.
Great.
Yeah.
And it's I don't need to roll I don't have to roll a rouse for this. This is just a free check. Normal success, like 4 successes, that's enough. So, what's your blood potency, Tatiana?
Well, basic one, which is I guess it's 1, right? Which
1,
blood?
yeah.
Mhm.
It's the dots under hunger if you're on the normal sheet.
So go click on the reverse sheet. Reverse
Reverse?
section, blood potency.
Okay, blood potency. 1. Yes, blood
1.
potency
And is
1.
that correct? Is she blood potency 1, Don?
Yeah.
From a storyteller. Okay. Okay, so your blood potency, you're only strong enough. So your match is yours. He's strong enough to probably have been given blood from fifth generation, potentially.
Well, fuck. So, okay, well, at least it makes sense. If my
So it
child
mean-
diablerized lots
A
of
lot.
old kindred, and that's really understandable why he gone extremely mad afterwards. So.
it's
It's not
it's not
unheard
a
of.
case that mechanically he either diablerized or both. But you can technically spend XP to increase your blood potency. In the sense,
So
at a 9th generation can reach a blood potency of 4,
yes,
but it's usually kind of with age and with training.
okay.
And
Unless you
experience.
jabberize so much that because when you jabberize, you get a roll, and for every success you get, it's a 5 XP. So that's, imagine you get 3 successes and you get 15 XP. Like, that stacks up, It's not difficult then to spend them on blood potency. But you can say for he's a very powerful kindred.
Yes.
So, in character, Mumbles will say it might also explain his changed behavior. It is
could
not
be.
unheard of that a kindred who tries to consume another, the soul of which he tries to consume, consumes them instead.
It's just
I've got
Yes.
the same idea if I know where
That's-
you're going, that it might happen that he tried to diabolarize someone, but instead he lost
he lost, and
this
now someone
fight,
else
and
is over him.
the other soul kind of took his body, and now there is someone else in his body.
That
That
is
makes sense because his behavior was completely insane. It wasn't Michael I met before. It was like a totally different person for me. That would make
that
sense.
is potentially the highest case, and I mean Jeffrey was just
That's
born
right.
every night, so cases are he probably your sire has fed quite a lot, or he probably went after a very high generation vampire and lost. Well, interesting.
Yeah, but he still speaks Russian unless... Did he speak any language which you did not understand, Tatiana? And I'm not talking French or Italian, but I don't... He could be speaking Aramaic for all we know.
He
We
was
don't think
always
it's the
speaking
case.
Russian with me. I mean, when I met him, so
The gentleman you just saw, the one I was speaking to, whilst he doesn't know for sure, there are rumors that older, maybe even older vampires are able to pass on traits to their child just by the thickness of the blood, the power of it.
So in this case, knowing that his blood is very strong, it can't be the case. That's why he maybe knows Russian. Well,
He doesn't
Perhaps.
actually know... Well,
Well,
sorry,
no,
I'm just
well, he
thinking
not
of my
knows.
own way.
no worries. He's reflexively speaking it by accident. Well, I guess this is an interesting case, and
I mean, there were...
There is another possibility. Perhaps he was dominated,
that's a good potential.
but I don't know if you have the ability to check. It is not a power that I'm familiar with.
Not to my knowledge,
I
and
know-
I'm rather well versed.
So while
I'm
you're
not
doing
familiar with
this,
domination.
Yeah.
we
I'm
cut
not familiar
over
with it.
to...
But if even he was dominated, it doesn't explain why he have such a blood potency and such a low generation, even if he was dominated.
Well, we don't know his low generation. Again, it could be just the blood is strong and he still has the same generation as you, but his blood is strong, so your sire had very strong blood before he made you. So something happened while he's up there. Now he's what he is.
You hear in the other room in the library where Athena gets a bit too excited, and then
Frank!
she kind of stops.
Frank, come look at this. So,
And you see Frank, and I'm gonna give this to you, like, because we had a bit of hassle, and there's like Frank, really looking calmer than usual now. It's like, see what we can do together. Yeah, lay it on me.
you were looking on the other shelf. She opens, so she finds, so she finds an old book, and it's actually a box that looks like a book, and there are parchments everywhere, and she starts looking at them and handing them to Frank and putting them on the table that she's put the box on. She goes, "These are in Latin, but this, someone was trying to translate it."
I would have some...
You're cutting off.
You're cutting off, Luke.
I would have some humble Latin, maybe not Latin, but Italian, and then you like make sense out of it. So I'll look at the translation.
So would
first.
Athena in that case.
Athena.
What does it say? Passing
Does it
the-
have like abbreviations done?
Let Athena tell you. What's she?
Alright, sorry, I'm excited. That's so sorry.
Listen to this. Passing of abilities and traits are rare, but not impossible. If and when you master the beast while supposedly in hunger frenzy, and I can't really clearly make out the rest. Hunger frenzy.
This is new to me as well, but not new to Laura. I will take a photograph of all this.
Yes.
How much is it translated?
It's just maybe a A4 back and front at best.
So
Out
Athena.
of a book of around 80 something pages.
So Athena starts like carefully scanning them with her phone. You know, and like checking to each one to make sure that the words are clear. And then she puts her phone away. She's like, I don't suppose Laura would allow us to have the book.
Well, I can always ask. You can always ask. Michelle or Cicatrice here, so.
We're outside, I imagine, of the library. Done.
I mean,
Yeah, and we.
Athena and Frank, did you kind of go out of the library to?
No, we're still in the
Not
library.
yet,
You're
no.
still
We're
in the
outside.
library,
We're
okay.
outside. Yeah, sorry.
But you do.
We can ask.
You did hear Athena kind of get excited
Okay.
calling Luke over.
I would
Luke's
go.
kind
I
of-
would go. I would go. I will go to check up on them whenever the others want to follow me, since now we have some discovery.
Cool. So you walk in and Athena's just phone scanning the pages.
Miles,
yeah.
come here, look at this.
Yeah, let's see.
And she
What you
hands
got?
him the note with the translation on it.
Hunger frenzy. Interesting.
I'm gonna check the translation. Just iktar
You're scanning that, right?
curiosità.
You're scanning that with your phone, right?
Yes,
Once it's done, give me the phone. Since we now have some high tech stuff, I'll have to see if I can maybe auto translate some of that. It's gonna be fucking hard, but see if I could do some magic on that.
So she unlocks her phone and hands it to him.
I'm
Don't
gonna
look through
take
the pictures.
that. No worries. I'm gonna go to the high tech computer setup we have. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to take those photos, and I'm going to try and see if there's a program on it that basically can auto translate that stuff quickly. It's gonna be bad, I know, but with some a lot of mistranslations. But I'm gonna try and see if we could like translate that through text.
Frank, would it be insane for me to take this book and try and translate it word for word? That would be crazy, wouldn't it?
Well, when you translate, you betray, they say, but because languages are fluid. I know this because
But
my
what
nephew is a good translator. He doesn't know Latin, but I know someone who does. He's in Valletta as well. Not kindred.
Roll. We'll make a roll for this for my
Mm,
What I roll?
what are you doing, Miles, exactly?
I'm basically.
Occulting?
I know. I'm taking what she has. Just scan. I'm gonna scan it through basically like an auto like a.
Intelligence
translate
and
program?
technology.
All right, that's 5 days. Thankfully, I'm skilled in tech.
Lalo, that must be very high tech when you have like character recognition, is you feeling?
You basically put it through a
Ooh.
character recognition, go through that, see if you can auto translate it. It's possible, but hard as fuck. We have.
Now you still need. I'm telling you, as someone who tries the translation, you still need someone to
no.
go through that.
Yes. Oh, yes, for sure. But we need the fast pay, not the slow
Mhm.
pay at the moment. Oh no. One success. And there's no way to re-roll that because it's a bunch of fudge. Nope, nothing.
Google Translate is what you find on the computer.
Oh shit.
Wow. Well, that's not
Alright.
going to work. But I want to do something stupid.
Always. No offense. I'm not saying you, but just like in general.
I know. Okay, Don. This is something that Miles has considered doing for a while, especially with starting with all this new information. He wants to try and find a way to contact his old sire. I don't know. There's a way if that's possible because he was an old Camarilla guy. Would he have like his phone number or some way to communicate? Out of curiosity,
Give me
It's Daddy.
give me a resolve and a cult.
difficulty.
Difficulty of 2.
I have successes. I got a critical hit there.
Hey,
There is a ritual he had taught you
Mhm.
through your own blood, because you share his blood, to be able to summon him.
I need a room. I love the others.
However,
Uh-huh.
you got 5, right?
Yep.
You have this pit in your stomach
Mhm.
because you know you want to do this, but at the same time, you know he doesn't like to be summoned
Doesn't like these thumbs.
for anything but a very, very good reason. And it
I mean, this
comes-
is a very good
This is
reason.
a good reason. I know he loves. I know he.
Come
loves
on,
it.
man! Like, Daddy, look what I found.
So,
Right.
so he's gonna say, "All right, He's gonna look at Red. Can you give me? Is there a room I could take for a moment for myself?
I mean, the library should suffice. No, we'll get out of the library.
I have to be alone for this. This is like the most utmost secret of communication.
I'll take the box with Athena.
Yeah,
This-
take.
Okay.
Apologies for this. I'm so sorry for all this.
I'll
But-
put my hand on your shoulder.
Mhm.
We both, 3 of us, we all like books. Don't destroy these books, man.
No worries.
And good luck.
Yeah.
And we'll leave you the room.
Thank you,
And this
Matt.
Frank is like lalla,
Don't
man.
worry.
It's like kellu balla minn fuq l-istonku ħarġitlu.
He takes the pocket.
I'll-
He's not.
I'll
Yeah.
take you
Like,
over
Frank is really-
to the pantry. So
All right. You're gonna take
He-
me there.
he kind of looks over, and especially looks at Jeffrey and is like, "I hope you will behave while I'm gone." Right. Follow me.
I follow him.
Jeffrey kind of looks over. He's like, "I mean, oh right, I get it. Of course, can't let it go." Right, Miles.
Mm-hmm.
You pass through a master bedroom, and on the other side, what looks like these wooden foldable doors he opens, and there's the pantry.
All right. I just need a moment. I hope it won't be long. No worries.
Closes the pantry doors.
No
He doesn't
fire.
even say anything. Just
Yeah.
and you hear him walk away.
I'm take my pocket knife out. I'm going to make a long slit because this is going to require a lot of blood. I imagine. I create a ritual circle. I imagine like a ritual circle that basically enables like a kind of a two-way communication, kind of like a what's the word in The Witcher? The the omnigos, kind of like that. Just without like those telescopes. So I pull those out, pour the blood, pour like the necessary ingredients I have. I probably have them for like one use in the sit. Like this is the only time I can do this because I have all the gear with me. Maybe like some sulfurs needed, a bit of salt. Pour the right amount of blood. I imagine rouse check.
Yes, please.
Just one or multiple?
You need to
For
do
this.
3.
3. Okay, just my hunger goes up by 1.
Nice.
That's a good use of blood. It's kind of like a pentagram filled with like sulfur, salt, blood, all mixed together. And I put kind of a memento of him, and my first notebook I got from him when I started. I worked with him as a PI. Set in the middle, and I speak in kind of all the old dialect. Master, sire of mine, who gave birth to me from the first of all. Heed my call, as I request assistance in a matter of great importance in my research.
You see, as you utter your last words, the blood almost turns into this blackish hue as it starts to gather itself into one center, collecting all the ingredients around, and it starts to swirl as eventually it turns back into like this crimson red as a smell of sulfur you can fills the air. From the center there's a flame that erupts, and as it kind of grows, the pool of your own blood is kind of splitting up around it, and as it kind of goes into the flame, and there's this tss, 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 and eventually in one massive smoke in split second from this slow-mo scene into this kind of big explosion of smoke, and in front of you your sire appears. Miles,
Sire, long time no see.
he takes a look around. Why have you summoned me? You know the penalty.
I know. A research.
Therefore, a good reason you must have.
Well, I stumbled upon the greatest question probably found. The matter of passing one's blood to another. He kind of rises.
You see a dangerous look in his eye. You see he's composing from rage. Trying to turn another into kindred, really, Miles?
I am not doing that. Someone else did. I'm researching it for my investigation. You know that I care a lot about my mysteries investigations. But someone has made a very interesting subject. There is a kindred that was recently made among my co-chairs I'm part with. Apparently, their sire originally was of a smaller blood of our I believe yours or a previous generation. Through some time, they have risen and has given birth to one of a lower generation. One equivalent to potentially fifth or less. Well, higher, sorry. They also passed on a very interesting knowledge to this new blood. Their own language, to be able to speak it with no issues. I even have a photo of a weird design made on the individual's skin that apparently gives off an allergic reaction when it's being healed. Does that potentially satisfy the great curiosity of you, Sire Nate Katayar?
It does.
I have a photo. I know you're not a huge fan. I know technology is not your savoir, but it's the best evidence I can. You'll provide the phone with a picture of the markings. That was on the subject that was recently created as of tonight, about roughly 4 hours ago. I know, sire, that when you created me, I never was gifted a new language.
Tell me, Miles, how much do you know of the story, the great fictional story of how Cain came to be?
Only from what I've done on free research.
There's a reason why we do not think it to be factual, but myth. Let us take a moment and indulge me, if you will, of how Cain came to be a kindred. Dost thou remember the lessons?
Yes.
So you know.
Cain's creation was as told in the scriptures, from what you've told me, and from what I've learned in my own history. Upon his own murdering of his brother, God cursed him, gave him the life that he was, the first kindred to walk among earth.
Yes.
I know
But-
eventually he would meet with Lilith.
Oh.
At some point in that journey, potentially creating the next kindred in line. After that, second and third generations.
Step back into the story where he meets Lilith. You see, this was her passing of gifts, and he therefore passed on to his children. What you are saying is that same myth is happening now? Really? I find that absurdly impossible,
Sire,
but interesting.
and as you know, anything that I find strange for me is something of an impossibility. But this one is of the greatest impossibility, knowing how we are all created. I know our creation very well. How this is the case. This is why I sought guidance.
I have a proposition for you, Mars, and one not easy to answer, especially since it requires whatever courtier you are hanging out with. Hand over this kindred for further experimentation to see if what you say is perhaps Lilith's kiss. I can't help you more than that unless I put blades against dying
Yeah.
flesh.
I know. The marking you saw in the picture. Do you recognize it?
The marking is clearly a language not uncommon, but not
Russian.
Exactly.
I believe in Russian.
However, I'm guessing you are meaning to how the scarification is being processed.
Allergic.
You think Cain obtained his powers without suffering? You think there was no resistance from his natural body? If we had to be practical, just taking into consideration our conversion, it's a painful one. It requires sacrifice. And not everyone attunes to it the same. I'm guessing this is what's happening with your newly turned. But clearly the affliction needs to be autopsied. Once you've come to a unanimous decision, or at least majority one, for the greater good of our kind, find me in this address. And he kind of lays a hand down into yours, and you feel a paper. Farewell for now, Miles. As he dissolves back into ash.
As he does, and the one last thing I say, Maria has passed. As he appears. And I look at the paper. It's a local. Is it a Maltese address, perchance?
It is coordinates.
Hmm. Oh, fun. You kind of give them a look. Cryptic as fucking always. He kind of like grabs the paper, like kind of ruffles it up in his hand. And he's going to walk. He's going to clean up what he did, the mess, and then he'll walk back outside. I cleaned my mess. Apologies for that, Red.
He kind of takes a quick look inside and is like, I think you missed a spot, but don't worry, I'll sweep it up.
Alright. It was just salt, sulfur, and blood. That's all.
So we quickly cut scene back into the living room. While all of this is being processed, what are you guys actually doing? Like, you see Jeffrey kind of there, just kind of sitting by himself, quiet.
What did you find in the library?
A giant book in Latin, an old piece of paper that clearly indicates that somebody was trying to translate it. And more questions than answers, as usual.
It's got to do with why Miles is doing whatever he is doing.
Yes. Yes, it does. I don't suppose anybody here speaks Latin.
No.
Well, I studied a bit Latin when I was learning at college to be an ornithologist, but in Vina Veritas is all I remember.
Yeah, yes, me too.
I think it's gonna help, right?
Well.
My mother tried to teach me Latin, but in Vina Veritas is something that she also taught me.
How about speaking to some birds, like owls? I know they have to be somewhere over here. I mean, just to relax. Jeffrey, do you want to talk to some birds? I can show you how to do that. I mean, probably know how to do it.
You just need to show
I
him
can
how.
account your...
Yes, Jeffrey, go speak to some birds. That sounds like fun.
I doubt I'll be of any use
I
here,
mean,
so
this-
I'll keep you company. Just to watch over you guys. Unless the two of you object, I hope you're not going to kill each other whilst we are out.
No one is going to kill anyone because Jeffrey knows that it's bad to kill, and if Tatiana lays a finger on Jeffrey, she knows she's going to get killed. Isn't that right, Tatiana?
I wasn't talking about Jeffrey. She pointedly looks at Frank and Avina.
Oh.
Right.
We have better ways to do it than killing each other.
I would sure hope so.
Killing is a lot of trouble, so you have to make sure that it's worth it, Mumbles.
Oh, stop chatting. Let's go outside. Let's chat with birds.
Go chat with birds.
You
Enjoy.
understand, right? Jeffrey, me? I'm not sure, Mumbles, if you are able to talk to some...
What birds
I'm not,
would
but I'll be
awake
there
at
to keep
this
an eye out.
ungodly hour?
Owls and things.
Birds,
Go.
kestrels, lots of birds. So, let's go
You just
outside.
sort of, and
Oh, okay.
Athena just sort of gently pulls him up
Right.
and just
Okay.
enthusiastically nudges him along. Go.
Right, this is
Have fun.
happening. Okay.
So, I'm going
And-
outside. Okay. Okay, I'm going outside, and
So do I
only Jeffrey.
do I whistle?
No, let's just look how I'm doing it, and then you can repeat. So, only Jeffrey's following me, or...
There's Mumbles, I think.
Mumbles is coming,
Mumbles,
but she's just
okay,
kind of
cool.
to keep an eye out. She's just gonna chill a bit in the night air, because it's been a long night.
So, firstly, concentrate on your beast inside, feel that you are not a human, and then try to follow this voice. And just imagine that... I know how hard it is to describe, but imagine that you are a bird, and start thinking of the bird, that you're hunting, for example, some kind of rat at night. And then just start talking while you're doing it. I know it sounds crazy, but you can learn it. And then you see that my eyes turn yellow, and I start in some strange maybe bird voice. And well, I'm using my feral whispers to summon owls. I know that in Malta there is long-haired owls and short-haired owls for sure, and something else too, but I don't remember the name of these owls.
They're very, very rare. There would be the Barbajan, but
I'm told they're
I'm not an expert on birds.
Yeah, and little owls, also Eurasian scoops. I remember I was taking care when I was in Malta. I've seen these birds too in our nature reserve. So yeah, there is definitely a few.
If I may object for one thing, I do not want to communicate whatever we call the beast within. Like, it didn't do quite a good job back there, and that was kind of the beast without. Well, not the right. I mean, the beast is out. So tapping
yes.
back into that, I'm kind of.
Yeah, that's actually makes sense for you. Yeah, just talk to him, not using this beast thing. I mean, you will be able to understand.
Hello, I would like to do what she's doing. He starts looking down into his chest.
Where's?
Hello? Is this how it works?
No, wait. Did I summon owls or no?
Oh yeah. Like you saw this big owl coming from the distance. While he's doing this, like.
No. I'm just like, hey, hello. Do you want some meat? We have something. I'm saying to the owl in
bird, of course, and he's not comprehending anything at this point. It's just, oh, wow, that seemed. I would like to do that. He's poking into his chest, like, hello. I don't think this is working.
That's such a cringe. Stop it, please. It's just.
You told me to talk to the beast.
Not to the chest. Beast is something in your mind, in some kind. It's kind of,
Oh, I'm looking the wrong way then. Hello, beast. I would like.
Mumbles is seeing this and is going to walk over, and she says, "Right, Mr. Jeffrey."
Yes. Hi.
Close your eyes. Now, concentrate on that feeling deep inside the pit of your stomach. Do you feel it?
Yes.
No.
Yes. I feel it.
Now, if you pierce through that with your mind, there is a presence there.
Oh, he opens his eyes. Sorry, I don't like that feeling. I don't like that.
That is what you will have to master. Because if you ignore it, if you are fearful of it, it will control you. Like it did before. And we've all done that mistake. But we need to be stronger. It needs to be...
I feel like we are running before we are walking. I'm barely even crawling. I'm just a baby on its back. Like,
that is the beginning. To be aware of what is happening inside you.
Okay. Is it really necessary to... I mean, it's a cool feat, don't take me wrong, Tatiana. However, I believe let's stop with baby steps of trying to see if I can communicate with this thing.
Try it.
Fair enough. That's too much for one night. I just realized you have been born so recently, so sorry for rushing.
Nope, I don't like it. Nope.
Yes, let's give it some time.
How long
Perhaps
did it
we
take
can...
you guys to figure this out?
Well...
Okay, that's very encouraging. Right.
No, because our situation couldn't be more different.
Way more different.
The thing is, you either swim or you sink. And you felt what sinking feels like. That doesn't mean you have to get it right all the way from the beginning. Because I have killed many mortals that did not deserve it. But because of this...
I'm so glad you said
because
but.
of
Okay.
because of this guilt, this feeling of somebody puppeteering me. I don't like it. So I fight it. When it is wanting to take over, I fight it. When it's cooperating with me, I reward it. Actions and consequences. That is how I mastered it. But for Tatiana, it could have been much different.
You don't have to suffer every time you kill. You just accept that you need to do it in some urgent cases, like when you're extremely hungry and you're about to, lose everything.
Can I just say this plainly? You sound insane.
We are,
Well,
Right.
to a certain extent.
There are professionals that could help. Maybe I should see one too.
Yes, right. Hello, Mrs. or Mr. Psychologist. I like to drink the blood of humans.
Yeah, sounds perfect. Maybe there are some vampire psychologists. I never thought of this. Do you think
I
this
bet.
kind of psychologist exists?
I bet the Malkavians make this their passion.
Fair enough. Well, that's interesting. Okay, never mind. Just don't take too much.
They live in caves?
No.
No. I can clearly understand that one thing, whatever you give yourself names as, has nothing to do with kind of where it stands from. Perhaps it was given in a different language. I might understand it. Who knows? If someone speaks it to me and I get to understand Russian all of a sudden.
Perhaps.
Right.
Let's start with some of the basics then.
Right.
And just to not have this be a lengthy thing, Mumbles is going to explain the clans to him, what do they represent, their function in the society, what can they do, what is their purpose. She's very factual. Right. Just to give him some knowledge.
Realize that, and once again, Jeffrey is as interested as he seems. He's also getting frustrated with all of this, and he's kind of showing signs, that impatientness of someone but he's trying to be polite about it,
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, okay.
He's being polite with the
Interesting. Right. Okay. But you get to it, and then he finally kind of looks over your shoulder and goes, "Oh, look, Mr. Miles is here. Very nice lesson. Let's continue this sometime soon." Right. I'm pretty sure he has something interesting to tell us that can solve whatever this is.
When Miles comes out, he looks. He's got the you've seen Miles depressed, you've seen Miles sad, but this is the first time you've seen Miles. His shoulders are slumped. He looks kind of out of focus, and he's crunching something in his hand. Hi everyone. Can I have a moment of your time?
I don't like the look on your face, Miles.
I don't like
something wrong.
Yes.
Jeffrey, this is just a private matter. We'll be with you shortly. That's okay.
Don't worry. A stroll around the building, maybe a dip into that nice pool. Seems okay. If you would excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Athena? And he
Be careful, Jeffrey.
strolls out and closed the door.
I'm sorry
Are
for
you
that.
really sure you want to leave him alone?
There's Red around, and there's other guards, but right now this one needs to have him here. How's your opportunity? He may not
Let's
like
make it quick then.
Yeah.
Very quick.
Please.
Okay, let me go through some of things. I decided to do probably the most dumbest thing in my life ever is to contact my sire back.
Oh my god, not another bloody sire. I'm so done with dealing with everyone's sires, mine included.
Don't worry, my sire is different from all of yours. Mine is more interested in the knowledge and other shit. Because he's the one who knows quite a lot about lore, information, anything about ancient stuff. He's gonna have some info. Old Schmear blood, what can you say? I asked him about if he ever heard of the kind of condition that Jeffrey has. The way he can speak a different language, the weird blood marking that he has on his chest. how it got transferred, how he has this high blood.
Mm-hmm.
And
Unfortunately, the only case my sire has said, the only case that thing has ever happened, that knowledge got passed down between sire to child, was that of the case of Lilith to Cain.
Oh my god, we've gone bloody biblical.
Yep.
That's
That-
it. I've lost my mind. I've absolutely
Yep.
just gone crazy.
That's at least the only thing that's known. So we're talking about almost what? Hell, thousands of years ago, millenniums ago.
It's a metaphor.
bullshit. That's all the legend kind of Lilith. I mean, my sire told about this Lilith kind, this stuff how vampires
Well,
appeared. But we all know it's just a legend, right? That it's not
it's
true.
myth.
I hope
It's-
you know. You know, stupid enough
It's
to believe in
myth.
it.
It's legend. But
Yes.
It
that
depends who
doesn't-
you ask.
It depends on your ass, and that doesn't mean that what is written in myth for us, kindred, isn't true. Now, that is what he has advised. That is what he has mentioned. For further study, he could do. My sire said that he can do further study on the subject, but he needs Jeffrey. And when I say he needs Jeffrey, he has to, experiment on him to figure out why he is what he is. Now, that is why I brought it up to you all before I made a rash decision, because my sire will not care for whether Jeffrey gets injured or not. He will only pursue for what is knowledge. If he can gain something out of it, he will take it.
Would he need him conscious? You
Can
think?
keep him alive.
Torpor is an option, but, well, he will still feel it.
If he is in torpor, he will not feel anything. But if he needs him aware, it is. I do not claim to know what kind of methods your sires would use, but I doubt they would be all pleasant.
No, they will not for sure. My sire is of an older premier generation. Well, not my generation before it's up long, but his
What?
methods
He's
are
old
that-
school.
He's old school, very. And when we say premier old school, they do not care about whether their patient, whatever happens to those under their knife. They will fully research if it's going to satiate their knowledge. So yes, it is a dangerous pact to give Jeffrey to him, but it is the only, at least it is a method to get the info we are seeking about why the heck Jeffrey can speak Russian and has this allergic blood condition. Yes.
I have a suggestion.
Mhm.
Should we maybe put in a bit more effort than just a handful of hours at most at figuring this out ourselves, and then worst comes to the worst and we really can't do
Okay.
anything,
Don't worry.
we'll revisit the idea.
Yes, I have his address. I have
Because-
his address here.
Because this might not surprise you, Miles, but after everything that I have lost tonight, I'm not about to hand Jeffrey over to be
Oh,
experimented on like a bloody guinea pig.
Yes, I fully understand, and that is why I brought this up to all of you firsthand before I immediately put Jeffrey under the knife.
I
I
thank
need
you for your
also
candor.
to share something which I've been pondering about.
Before
It's,
you go ahead, but there's one thing I forgot to share, but continue on. Sorry.
no, please.
Because something else he mentioned, I saw that Jeffrey has some allergy on skin, which shouldn't be the case. It could be that something in him, whether it is the beast or himself, is resisting the condition of kindred blood.
Well,
That's causing some allergic reaction.
But his
I
blood
mean-
not enough. What if we will have a cup, maybe more, of Jeffrey blood just to give to your sire for experiments, analysis, and Jeffrey will stay with Athena safe and alive as much as possible?
As gruesome as the idea is of draining my butler's blood into a cup, yes, I would much rather do that.
That will not be enough, unfortunately, but let us revisit that idea for later time. I'm only saying what he has advised me for now. The option is there. I personally would rather do our own research, but if we hit a block on the road, the option is there. I not
Besides,
like it.
we do not know if his condition is going to be worsening or not. If this is how he acts one night out of his embrace, I wonder how he might act after a week or a month.
You have the point.
It is something to consider. I'm not pushing a point.
With regards to the fact that he or his beast are resistant to the change, who isn't resistant to the change?
Well, the thing for us is when we were born, for most of us, the change, yes, we resisted, but eventually we get used to it after the first night. We just have to get used to our new powers. But his is creating a reaction of sorts. It's almost as if the blood he has doesn't mesh well with his body.
Like he's been given a different blood type, perhaps.
Could be the case. Frank, you were going to share something yourself? Sorry.
I fear that, and this will very much sound like Malkavian rambling, but we don't know what his powers are. We also don't know if he was given a command. You mentioned dominate, some of you. And there is one particular power which acts like a trigger. You've seen that film, The Agent of Saigon or Manchurian Candidate, where you have a sleeper agent, and then there's the trigger. It's a bit like Captain America and what's his name? The other one.
So
I mean, if Tatiana's sire is of that powerful generation, mastering that level of dominate will not be beyond him. I'm not saying that he has it, but we need to be careful. Because what happens there is this person is acting normal once, and then there's a trigger and he goes completely kaboom. And if he's, that level of potency, we cannot hold him, not all four of us combined.
he's the equivalent of he has the potential that he's a Methuselah blood fortress. The most
And
5 neonates will do nothing against them.
so you said you
Here.
summoned your sire. Is he still here? Is he
No,
how
he is family ritual. Let's put it that way.
Alright, but he's not here.
Would have been nice for him to come and say hello, but okay.
Well, that's
No problem.
my sire is of a very old Camarilla. Let's keep it that.
Not talkative, apparently.
Talking to told
I'm glad that we didn't complicate it with
Hey,
Laura.
at least
so
I'm alive. At least I'm alive.
I'd like
Worst
to
case
also
scenario, I would
mention,
dash.
Miles, you also know that he's usually confined within his circle when he's summoned that way.
Yeah, and I do. Well, he's confined in a circle, and also at least I'm still alive. If I gave him if I gave him information that did not suit his needs, I'll probably be Ash in front of you all. So consider us.
So,
Mhm.
you didn't have the worst relationships with your sire?
Uh,
Miles. Neither do I.
That's how it is. But I have his address, so at least, which is interesting. Well, address, coordinates, but I have to investigate. But
Oh, is that how they're doing them these days? Alright.
Anyway,
Like I said, I say we keep that as our last resort.
Plan F.
Plan Z.
Yes.
Complete Plan Z. And until we've exhausted the entire alphabet, and who knows, probably the bloody Russian one too at this point.
Yeah, there are more letters in Russian than in English, so we better say that would be plan ya. Ya is the last letter in Russian.
Or until he goes cuckoo, which I hope he does.
If time will let us. It worries me. when he is connected to his beast, he switches. It's unsettling. You saw it too, Tatiana.
Yeah, so probably it wasn't a good idea trying to teach him any disciplines, any powers. So we might have to stop doing it. Otherwise, it can.
If brushing up against the beast is already causing you to behave in such a manner. Mumbles doesn't finish her sentence. It's like clearly implied what she means.
Right. Okay. So, how's this? Miles, thank you very much for your effort. We're glad you're not dust. Keep hold of the coordinates, and that's a last case scenario.
Yes.
Because I would rather gouge my own eyes out than give up someone else that I love. Again, by the way, because I did think he was dead. Tatiana, I thoroughly appreciate your assistance in the matter, but please stop trying to teach my butler how to speak to birds. It's clearly not a good idea.
I see that.
Now, where else should we look? What should we do? Should I try and take photos of this entire book? Oh my god, it's so big, I'd rather not.
Do you have some not common, friends, linguists, professors, scientists?
I have some of those.
Translated?
I have
Okay,
money, so I have
fine.
many of those.
I'll check.
Well then, get texting or calling or whatever it is that you want to do to contact them. And
I mean, I can't do it now, but I'll do it later. Yes, I'll call my friends in Valletta, my mortal friends in Valletta.
I'll give a ring to maybe some of Maria's contact to see if there's a linguist among them.
So
Okay.
it's Latin, right? There's no Aramaic or Hebrew or Arabic.
from what I can tell, it's Latin. I know a tiny amount of Latin, but definitely not enough to read this entire thing. I've seen the word blood 50,000
Yeah,
times.
you would. I mean,
But
transmutatio. Yeah, changes.
but so yes, I can tell that it's Latin, and from the quick look through of it that I've had, there doesn't seem to be any other language. So,
In any case, we can worry about Jeffrey for sure, but we also have to worry about the other things that are going on in Malta.
Right.
There's a bunch of other stuff
Practical question.
Mhm.
Where are we going to keep an eye on it? Whose responsibility is he going to be?
well, mine obviously.
I recommend Athena at least keep it just Athena for the sake of.
You will need to find a new roof to roost under, unless Laura is letting us keep this until further notice.
Yes, well, I did just lose the place, so I will have to work on that.
Right.
I do have quite a few contacts when it comes to real estate.
I can try and take back my club and haven, and well,
Because how long is this place at our disposal, Frank?
that's the question. I will text Laura and say that there's very interesting things, and we found some interesting answers, and I will tap into Laura's academic side to
Curiosity.
entice her. Yeah, exactly.
As long as she's not running any bloody experiments, no offense. Mal.
Don't take him.
She does, but we're not the subject of those experiments, so that's fine.
It's already kind of a common talk. Can I go and just call Jeffrey? Because he was out for, I don't know how many, 15 minutes or 20 while we were talking. I'm already feeling worried about him.
Yes, I am as well. Let's go check on him at least.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just coming...
So Frank, the
Mhm.
response you get from Laura is something I want to discuss about tomorrow.
Is it a question mark?
That's the reply that you get. No, something I would like to talk about tomorrow. Because if you
I'm
remember,
just keeping her abreast.
Red did
Yeah,
say
yeah,
that she will be with you tomorrow.
Okay.
Mumbles, and Miles is staying with you, and I'm guessing, right? So
Yeah.
it's Satina and Tatiana that go out to look for Jeffrey. You kind of take a look around the perimeter of the place. The a few goons that you kind of get across pay no attention to you. Eventually, you come to like this kind of small gardeny area. Nothing out of the ordinary, as in layout wise. There's one tree and just a couple of maybe bushes with these exotic flowers, so to speak. And you see inside the bush a leg out, shaking really badly. You recognize it's Jeffrey's shoe, Jeffrey's leg. So just
What the bloody? Okay, so she just runs over to it.
you see Jeffrey lying
Jeffrey,
down.
what the hell? And she grabs the leg because I don't think she can. Oh, well, sorry. Carry on.
So you see him kind of buried in the bush, but you see him there, and he's really badly shaking and frothing from the mouth, and his eyes are turned in the back of his head. He's clearly in a seizure situation.
Like he's having a fever, high temperature, stuff like this.
So he's having
He's having a seizure.
seizure. So he's having like an attack,
So he's frothing at the mouth, and his eyes are.
Yeah.
Like
yes,
when
sorry.
people get an epileptic, like an
Yeah,
epileptic
now I got it.
episode.
Thanks. Well, let's take him to the house.
And
Okay,
this is
hold his.
where we end our session tonight. Thank you very much, everyone, for
Ooh.
being here tonight. I
Mhm.
appreciate you all. Until the next night.